I'm really embarrassed to see you now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Core. We're here to talk to you about video games as our year is quickly coming to an end. I am Scott Johnson. That is Bo Schwartz and John Jagger. Good morning.
Hello.
Afternoon.
Hi.
I mean.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
People really liked our Friday show.
Bye.
Except spoiler people, but outside of that, people really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very popular.
I don't know what it was.
Unanimous, the praise.
There was some energy to the show that day, and I don't know what it was, but it was apparently came across to people. So I'm not saying we should do it on Friday nights, but what do you think that is? How do we harness that for our Thursday afternoons? How do we do that?
No. What did we do? What was different?
I don't know. Bo?
What was better?
It was later in the evening,
Yeah.
so I'm definitely, peaking in that time bracket more so than the afternoon. For my part.
Right.
I think too. I don't know. Maybe we were all kind of juiced. We just had Thanksgiving. We just recharged battery with family. You guys did, but you recharged batteries with family.
That might have been
Or maybe
some-
just
True. I had more
grateful,
sleep
yeah.
than normal. That is true. Yeah.
I had more turkey than I usually have.
Less of a
Yeah.
work
Also
day.
more turkey.
Yeah.
Torky.
Toiky.
No more turkey.
I need a torky.
But yeah, who knows? Let's not jinx this show. This show.
No. This could be it. This could be. That could have been penultimate best show. This could be the one that's like all timer, legendary.
But it's like lightning. Some lightning's crazy. Some lightning's like not as crazy. And
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know what that analogy is.
I don't either. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it wash over everybody. That was really good.
Yeah, I'll wash myself with it.
Okay, good. I've got some good news. I teased this some episodes ago, and now it's finally real. It was actually a few days ago that it went up, but we haven't had a show since. So now's the first time many of you will hear about this. We now have up for sale the 500 episode commemorative core mugs. They are live in the store. All you have to do, if you want one, is hop in there and see that these are normally $30, but only $16.99 right now. I don't know why that price is so high in the USD over there, but $16.99, pretty cheap. As you can see, it's a mug that says 500 plus episodes of Core with our giant big fat Space Invaders logo on it that we use for all our art and stuff. And then down below, some other shots of it. You can see the back. We have a slogan on the back that says, you can't see it on the screen, but Core, play games, always win, or something.
That's right.
Can't think of a better
Official slogan of the show.
That's
Play
right.
games always win.
Yep. To celebrate, not this episode, because next episode will be our 500th episode of this show.
Next week is 500.
Yeah, crazy, right?
No,
It is.
I forgot to plan anything.
Well,
Usually
Well, we're
7
doing the VGAs.
Yeah,
so
we're-
hopefully
yeah.
hopefully you're a big fan of our commentary episodes, because if you thought 500 was going to be, it'll still be special.
You're still going to have a show. We're going to have an hour-long regular show for 500, and then we're going to go right into the Game Awards, which is another 2.5, 3 hours or whatever it is.
And then
Big
we'll probably
full
talk
Thursday.
a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, probably a little bit after as well to give our thoughts. So going to be a big week next week for 500. But if you're like, man, I need a coffee mug real bad, now's your chance. And these are going to be limited edition. They're not going to be there forever. So if you reserve yours now, you'll definitely get one. If you wait too long, they might be not enough time. I don't know what the cutoff is yet. We're still waiting to hear. But if you want one, hop in and get it. And again, that is frogpants.shop. Super easy way to find it. If you go to
Oh, no.
it's
Shop at frogpants.
no, none of that. None of
A
that.
new 4-letter word has hit the building.
None of those. None of those. It is simply frogpants.shop. Nothing else in there. You just go there. That's where the entire store is. Print stickers, all kinds of other stuff. But the mug is there. It's the first one featured. You can't miss it.
Yeah, that's easy to remember. Frogpants.shop. Look at that.
Frogpants.shop. Yep. And if you go to the website, like frogpants.com/core, it's right up there at the top. It says shop. So just click it and you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of this core at
Otherwise, you go to
email.show.core.show.core.
core.shop.frogpants@shop.com.
There you go. Nailed it.
Shop at core.shop.
Yeah, or shortly, just to make it shorter, frogpants.shop. Do that. And you're going to get this awesome mug, and I'm very excited that we finally got these up there. So go
It's
check
easy
it
to
out.
remember. We're having no trouble at all.
None at all. And we've already got a bunch reserving it, so I just want people to hurry up. If you don't want to miss out, just get in there.
Hurry up and buy shit.
Well, I put it
I know
up
what you
early.
mean. It's a limited order. I'm not being critical. It's just funny.
Christmas
I just
is
want people to hurry up.
expensive. Buy our merchandise,
Buy it,
please.
damn it. I have gifts to
Look,
buy.
if you want it, stop waiting.
Yeah.
My son isn't happy with our outside Christmas decorations. Won't you buy a mug?
No, you guys are you're under the thumb right now with him and his
Yeah, we
thing.
are.
Go back and if you haven't heard our pre-show, either Core.show people or anyone at Patreon, you will. And when you do, you will hear the reason why John gave birth to himself, or another proof that John gave birth to himself. Yeah.
Yep.
His son is just a John. It's like a carbon copy of John. I can see
is.
John as a little kid doing this exact thing.
He's already given me ridiculous sass. He got up the other day. He goes, Dad, will you pause my show? And I said, sure. Do you have to go to the bathroom? He goes, yeah, I got to pee. So he goes wandering off towards the bathroom. And I said, do you have to pee or poop? And he goes, pee, like I said.
Oh, you irritated him.
I was like, oh, boy.
I freaking love it, dude. That's great. Someone in the chat asked, do we make a bigger mug? No, but this is a 14 ounce, which is pretty big. I mean, it's not small. So,
Like, here's the secret. You want a smaller mug because if you're in the workplace and you have to go back and refill it, that's an extra break.
Yep.
It's like getting a little smoking break without having to smoke.
I agree.
You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get up,
You
you're like,
see.
I got to get more coffee. I gotta refill.
It's one of my favorite things
Yeah.
right now is
And
saying,
you-
you see. I love it.
You see?
You see?
You see what
Listen
I'm
up, you
saying?
see?
You see?
Yeah, no, it's good because you're supposed to get up frequently, anyways.
Yeah. That's
That's
the
what
idea.
my watch keeps telling me.
Yeah.
So inconvenient. My
Didn't they
watch
s-
is like, hey, you need to do 250 steps, buddy. Get the hell off your ass. And
Isn't
I'm like,
sitting
"Oh, man."
sitting's the new smoking or something like that or whatever they say?
Yeah, sitting's the new smoking, and bread is the new Smarties.
It's a weird one pulling that out of the sky. Bread is the new
Well, I'm kinda
Smarties.
like, I got to cut down on all the carb eating now. 'cause,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
fatty liver business. So
Yeah.
no more carbs.
Yeah. What if you smoke
it.
and sit? If you sit and smoke, what are we doing there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's
double dipping.
I'm sure it cancels each other out.
Yeah. Your doctor will give you the all clear next time you see him.
Yeah. Smoking famously, not that bad for you.
Yeah.
Famously.
Yeah, no one's ever heard of any problems with smoking, as far as I know. Well, anyway, another thing, we're going to talk about spoilers ever so briefly. All right, we're not going to get deep into this again because there's no point. We're just going to state this the one time, and we also have a new little tweak to this. I want to thank Bobby Frankenberger, our once in a while visiting WoW expert, who suggested this because I think it's a brilliant idea. I'll get to that in a minute. But let's start with this. We have a 3-part policy that we are now making official, and it's even pinned in our Discord. Now, if we change it sometime, that's up to us. We reserve that right, but we'll let you know if we do. Here is the spoiler policy about narrative issues in games or stories and all that stuff when we talk about games. Brought on by quite the kerfuffle the last couple of weeks dealing with dispatch and story elements. Number 1, we will do our best not to offer what we consider major spoilers on narrative elements of games. All right?
Major spoilers.
Major spoilers. Nothing to do with Steven Schleicher, but you get the idea.
So
Only
I can talk about the menu screens of games.
if you
No!
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can do that. You can totally do that.
That was what's
When we do get number 2, when we do get into spoiler territory, we will give you ample warning to pause, skip ahead, or come back later. Number 3, we will try to front load discussions with spoiler-free content so you can hear what you want before bailing on the rest. Additional notes. Here's the part that I'm excited about, or this is the part that you should be excited about at home, because this will give you a little extra tool in your toolbox. I will play BGM, meaning music, bed music, under, or, as part of when we're talking about spoilers, I'm going to play music under it. And you're going to hear it right here. I'll play it right now. You're going to hear this music. And it's going to be about at this level. All right. And you're going to hear
I
us.
like this.
Yeah. And you're going to hear this like jaunty music, which makes me want to just kind of,
Then you'll hear Darth Vader was Luke's father.
That's right. And then we say, Darth Vader was Luke's father the whole time.
And I'll say, that's not true.
Yeah,
That's impossible.
That's impossible. And then you'll fall down a hole that looks like you should die if you did that. But you won't. You'll be fine. But anyway, that's what we'll do. And then so when you hear us announce it, you'll hear that kick in. We'll bring it down a little, talk about our stuff. When we're done, it'll go away. It'll fade out just like that. And you'll never, that means the end of spoiler talk of any kind. All right. Now, that is also in addition to, I guess I haven't talked to John about this, but last episode, John did, what do you call them? timestamps, chapters on the YouTube version, which we have that control on the YouTube version. The audio people, the bed music is to help you more than others. But if you're the YouTube watcher, well, look at that. If it's live people, the music and us telling you should be sufficient.
You could also do a layer that just says spoilers that you could click on.
Well, that's true, yeah.
And then they could turn the sound down and just say, does it still say spoilers on there?
Yeah.
And if it does.
Oh, that's a good point. A visual thing.
Oh, yeah. Where it says core, you could just put spoilers over top of it.
Yeah.
During the spoiler discussion.
That's a good idea. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. I may work something
well, I'm
up
glad we waited till we were live with the next episode before sharing our good ideas.
I mean,
most of the show gets planned on the show. I just, we try to meet and do things outside. It's particularly Scott. Me and John might come up with things, during the show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to do our duty. All right, everybody. So we're thinking of you. That's all we're going to say about it for a while. Just know that that's the case. And today you'll have one because by the break I'll be able to make a little graphic that I can put up there. So that's a great idea.
So, well, it's good now then. So do we plan on doing spoilers on something today?
I'm going to talk about where I'm at in dispatch. So there will be a moment today where I both put that up and play the bed music and then tell you guys what I think of a story beat that I just saw.
Yeah. Okay. I'd also want to add a little bit to it is that it's a very rare thing that the three of us are actually playing the same game while our neurons are firing on overdrive about it.
Yeah.
So I don't expect this to actually come up too frequently. We're going to go back to John's going to go back to playing Final Fantasy. I'm going to go back to playing Heroes of the Storm, and you're going to go back to playing
everything.
Washing Machine Simulator. and we're friends. So like, even though I don't think we had a big policy, I'm not in the habit of being a dick to my friends. So generally that's why I don't think it's come up that much as an issue.
No. And most
Dispatch is great. We're all playing at the same time and we love talking about it.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
It's nice. It's nice once in a while to have one pinnacle of the year that we can get really feisty and talk about. We don't get to do it as often as we like. So now you'll have all the guardrails and stuff if you're putting off playing that game for some reason. I totally get it. All right. I think that's it on that. Oh, one more note. I mentioned it already, but next week, 4:30 Mountain Time, that's the 11th, we'll do a episode of the show. And about an hour later, 5:30 Mountain Time, we will start up the Game Awards, and we will be here through that whole thing. And then, like John said, we'll hang around a little bit longer after, to have a little commentary after. So you're getting a ton of content next Thursday. Please be here for that. We're excited to finally have those awards in the rearview mirror and complain.
That's episode 500, baby.
Yeah, episode 500. Hey, you want to miss that? You don't want to miss that. Come for the commentary. Stay for the 500 or something. Put that on the mug. That's not bad. Come for the commentary. Stay for the 500. It's shit.
Or something.
It's garbage.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's all good. All right. Well, let's get into it. We got stuff to talk about. Here we go. We should talk about the games of December. This is the final final month of the year.
It's the final year. Oh my God, Scott.
I haven't warned you guys.
Speaking of spoilers, here's a big one for you. This is it.
This is the only show.
Hope you've all had a good time.
We're leaving you hanging at $4.99.
You know the worst spoiler people are is like doomsday people. They're like spoiling the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers, it's all over tomorrow.
They don't want you to have any fun, those guys.
Do whatever you want, but also probably love.
Well, I like how it's like it's a warning, but like it's all going to end. So what do I need to know? Like what? I can't change anything. Like,
no,
it's usually just immutable. It's like
not Bruce Willis. They're not sending me to space to blow up a meteor to save the day or anything.
No,
like, just enjoy it.
I haven't seen that in a while. I like that movie.
They're like the world's going to end unless you send me $100 million.
Yeah,
you have to when you're doomsday saying you need to give everyone a condition that they need to fulfill. You know,
I never even thought about that. That's true. What ends up happening?
They're never like, oh, the rapture's coming. If only we saved the environment or something like that. Or, if only we love Jesus more or something.
No, it's always just be here Tuesday when Jesus comes. Exactly. They need to fix that. That's stupid because all they usually do is punt the ball further, move the goalposts.
If you do that, it's just a spoiler then. I mean, we can't do anything about it. Why are you spoiling it for us?
Yeah. Well, Metroid fans might think this is their month to expect Jesus to come home because Lady Jesus is in a suit who can turn into a ball. Jesus the Morph Ball is coming in the form of Metroid Prime 4. It is out on the Switch 2.
What a beautiful transition.
Are you impressed? I am with what I've done there. Is this also on Switch 1? I think it is, right?
It is. It is on Switch 1.
All right. Making sure I wasn't losing it there. It's already getting some reviews. I'm a little concerned because it's getting very mixed reviews. Some people are saying, Return of the King, this is amazing. And I've heard others say there's...
Generally, it's landing in the good, not great territory, I would say.
Yeah.
Seems to be about where it's at. It's like the people who like it are giving it about a B. And then there are some people that are like, it's a high C. So I think it's difficult because this is the return of a series that has this. Sometimes a series goes away for so long that it's like, is the thing you thought you liked still the thing you thought you liked? And I think for some people, the answer is absolutely yes. And I think for some people, it's like, I think we've maybe moved on past that a little bit. But it sounds like if you really like the Metroid Prime games and you are certain you still love the Metroid Prime games, it seems like there's stuff to like here. But it's also difficult whenever there's a game that's just it feels like this game was perpetually going to be announced, then canceled, then reworked, then someone else is making it. Now they're making it. And I think it has kind of gone the full gamut of attention. And so I think it was going to be under more scrutiny than most. Yeah,
for sure. There's the other thing that concerns me is I keep hearing that there's some really annoying sidekicks that you have to work with in the game. And I prefer my Samus time to be, we are alone, man. We don't need anybody. That sounds dirty. But I
100% know what you mean, but yeah, you sure took that immediately to a dark place.
Yeah, it went places I didn't mean it to. But the idea that the whole thing with any Metroid game or any Metroidvania really is that I'm kind of me against the world, got to figure this out. The one against the many, the lone hero, distant planet, can't get off this thing. So you're going to make me work with some weird little sidekick guys? Like, I don't know, man. That rubs me wrong, and I don't even know that much about these sidekicks yet. I've just read some reviews that say it's the only real downside to the game is having to deal with these like annoying characters, and it's not just enemies; it's like people you have to work with. And I say people, I mean like aliens and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know where I stand. I was ready for a day one on this one, and I'm in a hold mode until I hear better, because I'm not just going to throw $80 at it if it's not like Nintendo. When I buy a Nintendo game sight unseen, it's usually because it's a thing that nobody else makes as well as they do, and I'm not going to get Donkey Kong somewhere else, or I'm not going to, whatever the game is, Mario or something, and I can count on the quality. But in this particular case, it's a little fishy. It's not really Nintendo developing it. It's, in fact, it's a U.S. studio, which is fine. They've got a good track record. But I like Prime 1 better than 2 and 3. So maybe this isn't for me this time around. I don't know. I'm holding off until I talk to some friends who are huge fans. So there you go. Does it pull the needle for you at all, John, as another Switch 2 owner here in the house?
I'm a little bit tempted. I prefer side-scrolling Metroid overall.
Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with the Prime games. I think I've played and beaten Prime 1. I think I've played and beaten Prime 3 for some reason. I think Prime 2 I completely missed for some reason, but I liked them okay, but they aren't my favorite games in the world. Like, in a way, it was an introduction because I didn't play it when it was a side scroller, at least not in any meaningful way. And then I played Metroid Prime and was like, maybe I like this Metroid business. And I went back and played the side scrolling games and went, maybe I like this more. Maybe I think this is what it should be. So, I think my favorite games are, like Metroid Fusion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The more recent one that came out, I don't remember what that one was. Bo and I played a lot of it, though.
What was that called?
Remastered one?
No, the new
one with the robots
Dread.
that would chase you. Yeah,
Dread's
Dread.
great.
Dread was really cool.
Dread
So
was good.
I like a lot of that stuff, but
It was like Game of the Year that year that came out, I think, too. was good.
Yeah, like $80 for this is still.
It's a big ask.
I always have that disconnect with Nintendo games. I don't know why, but it's like I don't think it's worth $80.
I can't remember if it was gifted to me or not, but I got Metroid Prime Remastered.
Oh, you did? I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, because I think I played it for all of 30 minutes. Like, there's just nothing to talk about. It just wasn't interesting.
Was that your first?
I'm pretty sure. I think I bought it. I want to say maybe somebody gifted it to me, or it's possible I got a gift card or something, like from a family gift. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I own it.
Was it?
I remember playing it a little bit.
Was it just not your? This just isn't your vibe or your jam or what? What's the thing?
I don't want to piss off Metroid Prime fans, but Metroid Prime is a little boring franchise for me. I just can't. It's just not that interesting. I don't have anything bad to say about it, really. I play it and I go like, I just don't feel very excited to play it. That's, I'm just move on to other things. Like it's even now I'm like, oh, I could go play it right now. And I'm just like, nah. Like it sounds negative interesting. Not for any bad reason. I think maybe if I was to critique, holy shit.
Holy, what was that exactly? Where are we going?
If I was to critique it, I don't know why.
And when I talk about Metroid, I can't help but scat.
Well, I got stuck on the T symbol. I just kept going T. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Our brains are weird. I get it.
Dementia's kicking in, guys. No, it's just I think well maybe Doom's just like way more active. It's just, like the new Doom games.
Yeah.
I have Metal Ed and I was really enjoying that. There's just like other shooters that like taste better. I'd rather have that than Metroid. I don't know. It's just.
There's a feeling to these that I really jam on, but I'm not.
But I love the side scrollers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the shooters just, I think they overdo it and underdo it at the same time. Is the best way I could describe it.
Oh, interesting.
Where it's like all I've got is like my gun, right? Like it's just, but they do cool things with the ball and stuff, but the actual shooting, they're not really. It's not really that challenging. Also, I'm not a fan of controller first-person shooters. Like I'll play with a controller, but I don't want to play a shooter. I'm really bad at aiming on a controller, and it's just frustrating. I think that's an element to it as well.
Did you just skip
give
over?
Give it to me on PC with a mouse and keyboard, or I guess on a Switch too. Maybe I could mouse and keyboard it now.
You can,
this was the game that I think they showed that off with.
Yeah, my understanding is if you want a USB, a regular keyboard and mouse, you can still use that as well. So you don't have to.
Might make it like more pleasurable to play. It's I'm not against playing your first person shooters with a controller. I'm just terrible. Like it's like swimming in mud, So it's hard to.
I used to feel that way. I got way better at it now. I kind of prefer it, but I get the apprehension on that.
Yeah.
I want it to succeed. I'm sure it'll sell well. From a critical standpoint, I guess I just need more from trusted sources before I flop $80 that direction. So
yeah, it's a lot of money for something that I'm not sure I want.
Yeah.
I think is how I feel about it.
Yep.
There's not a lot that I look at it and go, oh, I have to have that I want to spend that much money on.
Yeah.
And again, if this is your game, I'm not trying to say that makes it a bad game. That's just where my head is at. I go, that's a lot of money for a game that I'm only mildly curious about.
On the first, we got Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I can't remember if one of you played or not.
I did play it. Well, I'll be
good.
talking
We both
about
did.
that.
We both played the demo.
Oh, you did?
Oh, put that up and share.
Oh no, the demo. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I haven't bought it yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
played the game.
Game.
Oh, nice.
The game.
All right. We'll get to that a little bit later, but that came out on the first, I think. People like that a lot. I'm not hearing it breaks any rules or changes the side-scrolling beat-em-up formula too much, but that it's extremely good one of those. So if you like your Marvel business, sounds like you might be in good hands. John will tell us later if that is indeed the case, at least from a core perspective. What else? Assassin's Creed Shadows coming to Switch 2. I know a lot of people give shit to Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, but I still think Shadows is pretty damn good. So I'm excited for our Switch 2 brethren that get to play that game. It's good.
I don't know. I didn't stick with it. I played Ghost of Tsushima and never looked back.
Yeah. And you may never look back. Hell, I may never. It may burn forever for all I know. I don't know.
Both.
Yeah, both games.
Japan is burning in two different areas for you.
Ancient Japan, I'm doing no favors for these days. Thief VR, Legacy of Shadow. Bo, I thought of you. Any desire?
on my wish list. On my wish list. I mean,
You a thief guy? Did you play those back in the day?
Not really. I'm not. I don't play a ton of stealth games, but it's VR and it's a little different than something shooty. So I think I'm going to. I'm almost in like one of these moods where I'm like, I'm not going to play VR till I get Steam Frame.
Oh,
a little bit too. You know, like I'm just like, when you kind of hold it. Like I'm doing other stuff right now, so I'm like, let me hold it and play it on the frame. But
I get it.
Maybe I will. I don't know. But I definitely have it wishlisted, and I'm interested in it.
Yeah. What else? Oh, good news. Our Yakuza friends and family, Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 on December 8th, PS5 and Xbox.
They've been already out forever. It's just
it's just consoles.
I'm surprised they're not already on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. But
it used to be they'd get them first. It's all flipped now. It's weird.
These are already like, even these remakes, these Pinnacle ones are old. Like I think they were released before pandemic, I think.
Yeah, I think the closest one they're getting is the Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is coming out, which that one has some controversy to it because the rumor is that the original is getting delisted and this will be the only way you can get the game.
I hate when they do that.
Don't already have it. I don't love it either. Yeah. It's like, if you want to put it out, put it out and let it be a separate game. Ideally, I feel like you should upgrade people who already bought the game for free, if not a very minimal upgrade.
Make it one SKU.
Just delisting it and being like, give us full price again, I think usually looks pretty bad, but that is coming out this month as well.
That's right.
Also, we glossed over it. Octopath Traveler 0 came out today, I believe.
Oh, yeah. How's that doing so far? Let's see. Octopath. I want to...
The first review I read for it was not super good, but... I haven't looked at more than one.
I mean, 1 and 2 are highly regarded.
It's kind of getting the same deal. It's got about a 84 on Metacritic. Sounds like it's maybe not getting quite as positive buzz as some of the other ones in the series, but sounds like it's still being fairly well received.
It's a remake, or what is this? Just prequel?
No, it's a prequel. Yeah, okay. It's a new game.
I thought this was like an old game remade in the Octopath style or something. Why did I think that?
Nope. I don't know. But I figured that's why you skipped over it, so I went back to it.
I liked 2 a lot. I thought 1 was a bit of a chore, so I quit. But I got way further in 2, and I liked it a lot. But 3, I guess it's up in the air. Skate Story, Bo. That comes out the 8th, not too far away. You liked that demo a lot.
I like the demo a lot. I don't know that I'll pick it up on launch necessarily, just because I'm playing other stuff, but I liked it.
Well, maybe you'll be more interested in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for the place. Oh, good. Bless you.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Goodness. No, you all right? That was a deep one. It came from
no, that's my normal sneeze. They're catastrophic in nature.
Arrive.
I scream when I kind of go. I can't even fake it. I have to have a real one to do it. One of these days, I'm gonna sneeze on air so you guys can hear it. It's gonna wreck everybody.
Yeah, you probably go, "Ata!"
Yeah, it's super loud. My wife hates it.
Got a manly sneeze. Yeah.
Let's see. Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader coming to the Switch. I'm happy for them for that. That's a great game. Been on PC for about a year, but or no, it came out the same year as Baldur's Gate. Sorry, go ahead.
Anybody been playing or tried or looked at this Where Winds Meet thing? Because
no, it's on mobile, right?
It's everywhere, I think.
It's been on PC for a while. I heard a lot of talk about it, but every time I looked at it, it just looked boring to me.
So it's like one of these MMO gotcha games, except it's single player and free in terms of there's no microtransact. Like, I'm not even sure how they make money. The game is free, and reportedly you can play it from beginning to end completely for free.
Oh, it's got good reviews.
So I'm not, like it is. Good reviews. I've seen a few videos where it's like, it's not that, like, there's some goofy shit in it, but like, I don't know. I think it's just kind of one of these weird ones that's like just completely free to play, and they kind of gutted the microtransactions and just released it. I don't understand. Yeah, like it's just basically a free game.
So there's no monetization at all in it right now.
That's like the word I keep reading about this is like it has like maybe it has like. Well, there's not even any DLC on the Steam page I'm looking at, so no, it's just a free game that's actually decent.
Wow. All right. Kind of curious now.
I mean, you look at it and look at like the production value looks pretty solid on it and stuff. Like, I don't think it's a perfect game, but it's literally free, like freeware basically.
It's just been oh my gosh, it looks like a place I have to leave burning though. based on this video.
It's. I mean, it's definitely like China.
It's like, oh no, another world I can't save.
Is there a fire?
Maybe someone in chat. Does anyone know how they make money? It's a data miner. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Oh, is it?
Well, we don't know.
That sounded like a guess, so I would be hesitant to say that is true.
But if something's free and it looks like some money was dropped into making this. It's not like some, one indie developer launching their freemium, made in a weekend game. This looks like it took a studio to make it. So where's the money part?
when people say data mining, it's always a little xenophobic at first because what are we basing that on? I have no idea. So
it sounds like they sell cosmetics, if chat is to be believed.
Okay,
we're basing it on Windows. They take your metrics and sell it. So
Bo can buy his Black Desert panties in this game. And,
sweet.
They make $12.50 off of that.
Now, one thing I did see is like in the character creator, what you can do is you can record some audio. Like you can just turn a recording thing on and talk. And then based on how you're talking, it creates your character based on like what you say and how you say it.
Oh yeah. So they do this with that Sora video. You say a series of numbers and they're enough to give all the syllable range of your voice for English. And so then all voice work is handled through those few numbers you've said. Is it like
but
that?
it's not voice work. You talk and then you get a visual character creation.
Oh,
it's a weird thing. It's a weird.
I kind of need to see it,
and then it makes your character. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
weird. Really?
Yeah, I was like, because Dunkey did a video on it. I think I watched it yesterday or earlier today, maybe. But he did a video on it, goofing on the game quite a bit, and that was one of the things where you think you're recording your voice because you're just going to make the voice like yours.
Yeah,
like AI training, but no, it makes a visual thing. Like it's completely disconnected. It's just like, oh, here's a preset for you based on your voice.
Kind of curious about it, though. I have to be honest.
Yeah, like I'm just not seeing the microtrans. Usually they list the microtransactions on the store page.
It's probably an in-game store. It's probably their own internal shop.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
I can't.
But apparently, it's because it's a single-player game. Like, there's just no need to buy. Like, apparently, there's no need to buy anything. So.
Yeah, unless you want to. I guess you're looking at yourself.
Well, why don't you check it out, Bo?
Yeah, play it.
Well, I already downloaded a free game last week and didn't play it, so I'm not making any commitments.
Wait, remind me. What was that?
I told it because Star Citizen had like a free thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, all right, I promised everyone I was going to download and play it, and I didn't touch it.
Damn it. It's all right.
And the only reason I bring it up is because I saw some people in the core chat Discord being like, I can't wait to hear what Bo thinks about the game. And I'm like, I think I'm really not interested in Star Citizen.
Well, you just remember that I'm always in perpetual interference running for anything you guys do like this. If you say, I'm going to play this by next week so I can talk about it, and then you don't, it won't matter. Because people will just say, well, Tsushima's still burning. Dispatch isn't done yet.
We set the bar low, so yes, thank you, Scott. But the truth is I just forgot until like an hour before the show when I saw that in Discord, and I was like, oh, oops.
Is it still going on, or you missed your window? Do you know on the free?
I don't know. I didn't want to boot up and do a turbo, 30-minute playthrough and give some big opinion based on 30 minutes. That seemed not constructive, so I didn't do it.
All right. What else? Terminator 2D No Fate, the one that got delayed, is now coming out.
Maybe, unless it gets delayed again.
I hope they don't again. That thing looks rad. I want to play it. I'm excited about it. 2D
Terminator No Fate. Oh yeah.
Looks great. Like one of those old ones, but cool.
Kind of not really a sizzling month, eh?
No, not really.
No offense to the games on the list, but
normal December though.
Is it normal for December? I guess everything's out by November for the Christmas holidays.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of, it's actually, as you're seeing, a lot of these are ports that were already out. Some significant stuff on the indie side, but for the most part, the stuff's like middling, which is fine. I mean, there's good games in here. Rogue, the Prince of Persia, the Switch 2 version of that on the 16th. I'm excited for Switch users because that is a great game. I really like that game. It's basically Dead Cells, but with Prince of Persia stuff and some great wall running. And I've talked about it here on the show. It's a great game. I'm excited for you guys. And then, Hello Kitty Skyland for the Quest. Bo, get on it.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not playing that.
Well, you're our Quest guy. You gotta
Oh, wait, for the Quest?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Quest 3.
Well, Quest, it says. I assume it will work on all their devices.
Oh, all right, maybe I'm just a little confused by that. Okay, I guess I got to go play Hello Kitty in VR.
Yep, Hello Kitty Skyland. It's got lands in the sky. That sounds neat. And some
It is
kitties.
on MetaQuest 3. Okay, so it is a 3D platformer that you play in your VR headset. Okay, actually it looks...
What's it cost?
I don't know. I'm just watching it on YouTube. It doesn't...
It can't be worth whatever we would ask you to pay. There's no way.
VR is like definitely a premium. Like what's like a $20 game can often cost 30 or 40 on VR just because it's,
They need to change
like,
that.
I find it's very expensive to be like, I'm going to experiment with games because like you can easily drop like $300 just trying shit out. And half the games sometimes feel like demos, So
Yeah.
I'm very wary of splurging on VR stuff.
I think that
I'm not
needs
playing
to-
Hello Kitty.
Don't play it. But they should change that paradigm. I think that the higher cost of VR games makes no sense. I don't get it. You're basically holding back an already struggling to get mainstream acceptance part of the industry. So why charge more?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're on the way out. Reportedly, I think Meta's cutting their department down quite a bit. I think they're exiting. I think long term they're exiting VR. Probably
Think
still
so?
sticking around for their sunglass Ray-Bans or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the pull for the company was a vision for the metaverse that everyone would put on strap-on headsets and they'd be the first to market and be the incumbent. And I think people broadly have rejected it.
Are
And
you
there's
saying
just-
that Mark Zuckerberg went from his hot or not ripoff site to accidental social media giant to then telling everybody that VR is going to be the hot new thing? Are you telling me he may not be a brilliant billionaire? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're saying?
I'm telling you what Gabe said in that interview we saw, which was like, I just got lucky and I just work hard, but it was mostly luck that I'm a billionaire.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all these people that say things that are like, I'm so smart because I'm a billionaire, are just full of shit. That's basically what he said. He's like, I just go to work 7 days a week and I like scuba diving and I don't want to be someone that tells the world, what the future is going to be, like a lot of these idiot billionaires.
I can't help but just really like Gabe.
Gabe's
I
the
can't
goat,
help it.
dude. That interview was awesome. He was just like, and he was F-bombing too while he was saying it.
Is he great? I'll bet. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if he replies to my email and he'll actually sit down for an interview, I'm going to lose my effing mind. That would be,
Dude, I think the chances are low. I mean, definitely it'd be an honor, but I think the chances are low because you actually have like production values and shit.
well, we don't have to do it. I told him
For
in the
people
email.
listening who don't know what we're talking about, we found that there was this random guy. I don't think he's like North American. I don't know what country he's from. Maybe China.
Yeah, 100 followers on YouTube. This guy.
So there's this YouTube account with like 100 followers. It's his only video, and he lands an interview with Gabe for 50 minutes.
Yeah,
And he didn't record it locally like we do the podcast. He basically has a camera recording the laptop he's on, so the audio sounds like shit.
yeah.
And then he cuts to a different angle, and the audio quality changes to somewhat better, but he isn't in that mode often where it's like over his shoulder. It is like for 2025 and how easy it is for anyone to start a podcast, one of the most amateurish things. And he's got a billionaire, the thing the people everyone fall all over themselves to make sure they make look good.
Yeah.
It's the most ghetto ass like interview I've seen in a long time. With someone who people like, they want to know what's going on at Steam and they want to know what's going on with Gabe, and Gabe never like gives anyone the time of day. And then he's like on this random, and it's a good interview. It's not bad actually.
I even
He
snuck
talks
in a
lot.
note that says, "I'd love to hear about your yacht stuff." I like things I know he's really into right now. So I hope he writes back. He may not, but it's a public address that he puts out there. Apparently, he does answer emails, is what I've been told.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
the
legend anyway.
Gmail account?
It says it in the interview too. He's like, I'm not on social media. I just respond to emails.
I think that's actually kind of great. He had the right idea. And I'm buying a Steam machine, baby. I'm doing it. Unless that thing's $1,500. If it's that, I'm not.
Yeah, let's not put that out there because we don't know. It
We
might
have
be
no
too
idea.
expensive. The RAM situation. The computer situation. Well, I had this theory in the Discord, but like there might be an era in the 2030s where everyone's retro gaming in 10 years because there's such a run on tech for this AI arms race
Yeah.
that getting new tech is going to be hard, and we're all just going to be getting this plateaued old tech at like flea markets and stuff, and there'll still be a ton of games you've never played before, and there are ongoing games as a service that will be less of an industry that's like, I need the latest and greatest, So, but maybe I'll be wrong.
Well, and the tech for games has plateaued in a way that you could stretch that out, but it's kind of dystopic. I don't like the feeling of it. The potential of what you said. I don't like it.
I mean, this is like the third arc of graphics hardware getting expensive.
Yeah.
More than it should be for like a gamer audience. Like, it's like, first we had crypto, then we had NFTs, and now we have AI centers, and like, who knows what's next. But clearly there's too much compute real estate for other industries looking to be disruptive to like leave that manufacturing production chain alone just for gamers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how real estate, like, people will buy houses as investment, but that's a house someone could live in and own.
Yeah.
But
No.
and so everyone buys houses for investment, and then there's no, it's harder for someone to just buy their first home.
Why we do this to ourselves?
They said, I think it was released recently, the average purchasing age of a house is 59 years old right now. At least.
Jeez. I remember that number back when I bought a house for the first time. I was 26, and I didn't even have that great a job. I could afford it. It was fine. And the average age was like 32. So everyone was like, whoa, you're getting started early. 50 freaking 9?
No, nobody in their 20s right now will like that dream we grew up with, to some extent, we grew up with, of, get a wife or partner, but it was very heterocentric, and raise your nuclear family in your house. In your 20s, you should be looking at buying a house. Like, that's impossible for them to do right now.
Yeah.
It's done. Like, they're kind of cooked in that way, and
that's depressing.
And I just find it an allegory in the video game space, where it's like, graphics cards are for video games, and for the past 10 years, they're for anything but, and the prices are getting driven up like crazy. And now this RAM business is just, we're all wondering what's going to happen with the Steam machine. Like, will they have to bail on it?
Well, it does explain why they didn't announce a price in the first place, because they had to wait for this to settle down.
So who knows? If it's $2,000 for a Steam machine, I don't think a lot of people are gonna buy it.
No,
I don't think
so either. They're gonna put a down payment on a car probably with that money,
or a house,
or a house.
Rent.
Rent, or first month's rent.
Like, that's another thing that's, the first things to go when money, things get tight, are entertainment, right? Like, you got to buy groceries. You're not buying video games, so. There's a lot of things pointing to like a chilling effect on like a video games industry in the coming years.
Well, your hot releases, your top three, I believe, here are your Octopath Traveler 0, I believe, Metroid Prime 4, and clearly Hello Kitty Skyland for the Quest platform. Those are the three.
Yeah.
The three ones you're going to want to keep an eye on, and that will barely slide into our best of year lists as we get to the end of the year.
We're getting close to that too. Hey, oh boy.
I'm excited. We're going to do the what do we call them? Oscores.
The Oscores.
Yep. Taz made some nice art. We got all kinds of cool stuff coming. Actually, do I have that here? I might. I'll pull it up in a minute. But first, before that, let's get to some other news. Jeff Keighley. He's kind of a troll. I'm just going to say it. Nice guy from all accounts.
He's trying to hype. He's trying to hype people up.
Yeah.
One man's troll is another man's hype, I guess.
Yeah. He's definitely.
Are you talking about the ARG? Is that?
Yeah, the thing with the regal inspiring.
The nature of an ARG is trolly, because I'm like, we know something you don't know.
Yeah, like what? Basically, so here's the short of it. He takes a picture. He
posted a picture.
Yeah, he posted a picture of this weird statue that I guess is an actual physical thing. I thought it was from a video game. Most people did. Nobody knew. We're coming up on the Game Awards, so obviously he's like poking the bear and saying, and he left this cryptic message, regal.inspiring.thickness, which is weird to me, but it's fine.
As soon as I read that, I was like, he is spending too much time with Kojima.
I know, because there was a geo guesser ARG before the statue got revealed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was?
So it was like, find it in real life. Yeah. He posted like a pin drop on like a Google Maps thing. and I think he posted it along with the map, not with the picture, as a hint to find this thing. And then people found it and took
Then they
photos.
took the
and
picture.
then,
So was he just dinking around about something
It's an ARG.
unrelated?
We used to do this with like Overwatch hero releases. Remember the Sombra like thing and all that?
Yeah, but what if he's just doing geocaching? You know what I mean? Like this has nothing to do
No,
with
he knows
nothing.
what he's doing.
I don't think it's a
coincidence.
bigger game beyond go take pictures of the statue and make it go viral. I don't think it's more complicated than that.
So you
but-
you don't think there's a specific game tied to
Is
this?
it Elders?
No, I do think there is a specific game tied to this.
What's your guess?
I put my guess because that's what everybody's doing, right?
Yeah.
Some people said it's Half-Life 3. It's Half-Life 3 because the word Mesa is on one of the roads.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously
Half-Life 3
it has to
confirmed.
be Half-Life 3 confirmed. But if I was going to make a guess, I'm going to say it's related to Path of Exile 2. There. I've planted my
Okay,
flag.
PoE 2.
Nobody else was guessing that. It's not one of the big ones. Here's my logic. Just give you my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
If Jeff Keighley had a bombshell
Yeah.
like Half-Life 3 that
Yeah.
was going to be at the show or of that caliber, because people are guessing big games,
Yeah.
you don't tease it. You let that speak for itself when the show comes out. That doesn't need a hint because people want to be surprised by it. If you, let's say you're sitting on not a new IP, but a big returning IP, you don't want to risk that getting out. You don't want eyes on it. You just say, Jeff, you go out there and you tell him it's going to be a hell of a show.
Yeah.
That's what you tell him.
Yeah. And some games straight
However-
up don't need it, right?
This is what they're doing for Half-Life 3.
Well, yeah, no. Here's the deal with Half-Life 3. So this changes gears a little bit because some people are even saying this is like a hidden reference to Half-Life 3, which is dumb. 3 words in the thing, 3 dots, blah, 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 whatever. Here's what I would say about that though. Valve does not need Jeff Keighley or his show to announce Half-Life 3 or to create the world's biggest buzz ever. They don't need them for that. In fact, they're better off without them to just have it happen in the same way that the Steam store is perfectly suitable to say, hey, we got Steam Deck, Steam machines, and a new controller coming. They didn't go to Walmart. They didn't do a commercial on Thanksgiving Day parades. They're Steam. They can do that. Same thing goes for Sony, Microsoft, and others. If it's first-party stuff, if it's Blizzard with a new StarCraft property, whatever, they're going to do it on their terms, on their shows, on their streams. They don't need to go to this like an indie or a mid-range, AA game might. So
Right.
sorry, John, I interrupted. Keep
so
going.
yeah. So anyway, if you have a big property you're going to announce, you don't tease it. You're just going to have it there. You also have to have the kind of budget to build a stupid statue in the middle of the desert for some reason.
Yeah.
So I also tend to think that it's got to be a gaming company that's at least going to be able to throw some cash at whatever it is they're advertising. Now, another big popular guess is that we're looking at the Diablo 4 expansion, and that this is for that. The artwork certainly looks Diablo-ish. To a degree. However, Jason Schreier came out and said it is not Diablo 4. Now, this is what was funny is because there was another guy, Jez Corden, who I guess has some industry ties. I think he does something for like Windows Central or something like that. Said it's Diablo 4 and more is what he said. Jason Schreier responded to that and said, no idea where Jez is getting that, but this statue is not teasing the Diablo 4 expansion.
Yeah.
So you've got two people basically staking their flag on very opposite things. And here's the thing. Jason Schreier has a reputation. I don't think he would say that unless he knew otherwise.
Yeah,
He knows
So
it's Elder Scrolls.
I don't think that it is Diablo 4. So, to me at least, I look at it and I go, okay, what's something that's not such a big bomb to drop that you can start teasing it early and get people hyped and you'll get attention on your thing that might even be unnecessary? Because even if it doesn't make all the waves in the world, people will go, what was the statue?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like that will be a question people ask. Path of Exile 2. It's already been announced. We already know what it is. It has a lot of money behind it. It looks like Diablo, and it makes a lot of sense.
But it's
to me.
also of the profile that they would benefit from a thing like this. Blizzard,
I don't know what they're announcing.
Right. Maybe a release
a
date
new
or something.
release date out of another level of beta or something like that. I don't know, but that's my guess. That's where I planted my flag. Do you guys have any?
I like
The bear and the crocodile really throw me off because it's a demon portal, but why is there a crocodile?
Talking about this guy here, this cat.
Also, I feel like every time I looked at early PoE2 videos, I saw a bear a lot.
Yeah, there's a bear and a crocodile, and I'm like,
yeah.
I find it
The
weird.
crocodile's got like a man arm, like he's transforming.
My personal pick was Elder Scrolls 6 because of this armor style. This just to me looks like Bethesda armor.
Bland ass Bethesda.
Yeah, I was gonna say John will definitely have a word for this.
They do look a little bit like Nilfgaardian armor from the TV show of Witcher, not the game, but I know
A lot of people have said God of War was another popular one, and they said that armor looks a lot like some of Kratos' armor from the last game.
Yeah, the most popular by far, Diablo 4. Elder Scrolls, which is my pick, is another one you see. There's a bunch of references in there that people think it matches up. God of War, as you said. Half-Life 3, which is a lot of hopium.
It's not Half-Life.
It's not it.
Half-Life 3.
There's some other theories that I saw while I was digging around for the article I put up on the site. Tomb Raider reboot sequel. Cory Barlog's next game, the Santa Monica studio guy. Doom, the Dark Ages DLC, Elden Ring DLC 2, Lord of the Fallen sequel, Hack remake. No way. Fat Princess remake. That's funny. It's really just a joke. Random MMO or gotcha game, or finally YouTube playing at Game Awards. Joshua Tree reference in the background. So I saw all of these mostly on Reddit. A few other places that I looked around. There's the Joshua Tree back there. I don't think any of those are true. I think
Elder Scrolls does have a chance. I do think there's whether that's an online expansion. That's another one of those where it's that's got the money behind it to make it possible. I don't think it would be Elder Scrolls. What are we waiting for? Is it 6? We're up to 6, right? Yeah.
6. It will be 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 needs it, but if it was like a Elder Scrolls Online expansion, that also fits in they have money to do a big dumb statue, and this would be a way to get eyes on it, even if, it's not the biggest trailer of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The crocodile is the weird one. That's what throws me. It's got not there randomly
yet in Elder Scrolls
They just
Online?
launched druids. They just launched druids in Path of Exile, but I don't think you can become a crocodile. Like, what? Is there a video game where you're like, and you can transform into a crocodile?
Well, maybe you just have pets or something. Maybe it's a pet.
Like a witch doctor has
Ninja
crocodile.
Turtles.
I'd say Diablo Witch Doctor would have a crocodile move. I think there's one where a croco comes and bites.
Well, look at this crocodile's arm. It turns into a human hand, basically, at the end.
Yeah, that's why I think some weird druid business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody's interested in it, including us, because look, we just talked about it.
Yeah,
well, it's an ARG.
know.
It's fun. It's fun to guess. It's fun to guess.
And
Animorphs, hell yeah, Free Rangers.
And you know who knows
Return of
this?
Animorphs.
Let me tell you who knows this. Jeff Keighley. He knows how to get a little hubbub going before his big award show. So
yeah,
it's not that strange.
Out of all the games in the range, I'm also like, it's not that exciting. I'm like, it's definitely not going to be Diablo 2 because they actually did something exciting. I saw in my email this morning, Asmodan is going to Diablo 4, and that was the first time I was like, oh, like they have a full Asmodan looking dude. I don't think I'm going to play it, but I was actually my interest was piqued a little bit because I'm like,
yeah, it's Asmodan.
It looked like Asmodan. Like, what? You're just launching him for a season? Like, this should have been, anyways,
should be in the story.
This should have been a story. Unless he was there with his basketball and his little sweatband.
Belial is also apparently coming back as well, although I didn't see a picture of Belial or what he might
Belial! Hold on. Does Asmodan have nipple rings in that? The nipple ring chains?
Yeah, there's a full... It almost looks like a remake of the third boss arena and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're doing, but I think it's just pinnacle content. I think most of what you have to do is just play Diablo 4 again. So let's not get baited into like, this is just a season.
Yeah.
But it's still cool. I was still like, oh shit, Asmodan. Like, that's actually some heat, finally. Instead of, you've got vampire powers. Or here's your little robot. It's actually like some actual heat.
There was a time where every time I was critical of Diablo 4, here came Bo to its defense, and now I think he's more critical of it than me.
It was good on launch.
I agree. I liked it at launch.
The expansion was disappointing. Sorry, not sorry.
Incredible
And
cinematic though
seasons
for
have
that
not
expansion.
The seasons they've not done anything better with seasons that wasn't already done in Diablo 3. So there's not really it's not interesting.
Weren't they doing? Weren't they? Didn't they say they were going to do yearly expansions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that yearly shit is such horseshit. Like,
No, every time Blizzard says
they were
they're
going to do
gonna
yearly
that-
WoW expansions, and it's been more than a year for War Within as well.
Yeah,
so,
by March it'll be a year and a half. So
yeah. So and that's fine. Like, take your time. I think that's just
quit trying
the
to tell us.
C-suite going like, what if we made games faster?
Yeah.
Use Copilot.
yeah, they got to quit doing that.
So yeah,
Use Copilot.
yeah.
Why that made me laugh? It did. Anyway,
That's the TLDR of what's going on in tech executives these days.
it does feel like it. Yeah.
So yeah, Asmodan is exciting. What was I going to say? Oh, that's actually the first time something exciting happened, and I know that the new season launches at the same time the VGAs are happening, like December 11th in the evening. So there's probably going to be an announcement like Diablo 4 is a game, and now you can play the new season immediately, and it has Asmodan.
Look at that
Now
nipple.
we
Look at that
might
thing.
get a new expansion announcement at the show, but at minimum we're getting the new season goes live bit at the show for sure.
All right. I'm curious about the Asmodan bit.
So there will be Diablo news, but I don't think they're gonna. I mean, it seems like it should be Diablo. But whatever.
It's not going
I'm
to be. Though.
curious
It's not
who
gonna be.
pierced his nipple.
Who
you know?
who Asmodan's?
Yeah,
Here,
well,
look.
like he had to get it done.
I
right?
think this nipple
like,
was
Who
done.
do you think he invited
did it.
over and was like, you know what I think could look really cool?
Nipple.
If I got a little gold
Yeah,
right
dude.
here on my
Who's
chest.
got like strong teeth? Maybe I think he did it to himself. Look at his teeth. He probably
That's
just
true. He just like
probably just
lifted
brought
it
up his boob. Went,
Ugh, gross.
Sweet, I can get some gold now.
Freaking
in
disgusting.
here.
If I had to pick though, if we were going to say what other character in that world, you just make a goblin do it. Those guys with the money on their backs. Have them
Yeah,
do
but
it.
you still, there's a day, like imagine you're that goblin.
Yeah.
Asmodan calls you into his office.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got a job for you.
Yeah.
You're like, who do you want me to murder, boss?
Mm.
He's like, no, not today. I got
and
something else in mind. Here's a needle. Climb on up here. Give it a piercing.
Yep.
the goblins aren't from hell. Remember in Diablo 3, they had their own realm. I can't remember what the realm
Oh,
was
the
called.
Goblin Realm. They called it the
Yeah,
Goblin
the
Realm.
loot goblin.
Yeah,
right?
and there was
Yeah.
the Queen Goblin. So maybe Asmodan went on a date with the Goblin Queen, and she bit.
Is she the one where we
during
get the?
coitus, she bit some nipple ring holes. for him.
Is that the one where they've got the treasure chest at the end keeps smashing her?
Yeah,
in
the big
head?
treasure chest
Yeah.
they keep smashing. Yeah, that's isn't that the Goblin Queen that you got to fight?
I think it's the
So
Goblin
nice of
King.
you all to say it keeps doing it like you weren't clicking it repeatedly.
Well, yeah,
making
that's
it
Yeah,
true.
but you
happen.
it's even if you misclick near it, it had a very generous.
Oh, they wanted you to do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
that's a lady
clearly.
though. I think that's a dude. Goblin King. I think.
Yeah,
Not that I'm.
sure.
I thought she was a lady. I thought she was the queen.
I could have sworn it was a
Yeah.
dude.
Hang on,
Well, we gotta
Diablo's-
find out now.
I don't want to misgender the Goblin King / Queen.
Diablo.
Yeah, we're respectful discussers of the realm of hell.
Yeah. When talking about the underworld, we Nephilim here at the Core Show like to get it right.
It's a demon named Greed. She is a large and treasure
She?
hoarding demon. Yeah.
I mean, she's got her own piercings.
Greed, Baroness of the Treasure Realm. So definitely a lady. So, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, even if it was a dude, I mean, Asmodan, I'm sure swings both ways. So, it
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
that also doesn't really matter.
When
He's
you're
the-
a demon, you're into everything.
He's the primeval of sin, right? That's his whole deal.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do whatever.
Oh yeah, especially if you're into sin.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. So, I mean, Asmodan's all about feeling good. Like,
someone's
what do
like,
they
"You
call
want to
that?
eat this Tide Pod?" He's like, "Hell yeah,
Hell yeah, I'll eat that Tide Pod. And I'll get
I mean, he's into Asmodan's into having a good time. Like generally, if you're sinning, you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so he's the best part. If you're in hell and you want to know who throws the best parties, go to Asmodan's parties.
yeah.
Don't freaking go to the butcher's parties. You're just going to get eaten.
No. I'll bet he invites the
party-
butcher to his party. He's like, "Come on, man, let's get freaky." You know?
Yeah, but he's like, just don't eat the guests. No, they don't invite him because he eats the guests. And
That's
Asmodan
true.
actually wants to like have an orgy.
let's
at
make
some
some
point.
butt jerky and have a good time."
Ooh, butt jerky. I don't like this. Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know what that is anyway, but we'll just move on. How about that?
Clear
An
the room.
unsettling indie game about horses keeps getting banned from stores. It's called Horses. First Steam, then Epic, and now Humble. I don't know. It may have changed. Maybe even since then, others have dropped it. But itch.io and itch.io and GOG.com. Google.com still carries it.
Sorry. I just
know
find it
what's
so
happening.
funny that you saw GOG.com and I could just watch you extend it out to Google. You're
Goog.
like,
I think I got as far as
Google?
Goog. Anyway, this thing is apparently super controversial. They're acting like they're guffawing. They cannot believe that this has been pulled. They don't understand. They're freaking out. Steam has been very like, here's our list of rules. We think you broke a bunch of these. See ya. They don't really get too involved. Epic, similar stuff. They say it breaks their rules about content. There's some claim that there's a essay on some underage looking characters or something like that.
My understanding from what I read in the article is that it has to do with a non-sexual clothed but underage person riding on a naked person with a horse mask on, as if they are a horse.
Yeah, that'll get you in trouble.
Which definitely steps into the territory of like, be careful now. But it's a tricky thing. Yeah, well, I don't think that's the
No,
thing,
but
yeah.
it says
Yeah, that's the idea. Is like it's a world where horses are naked people with horse masks on, and there's a scene where a young girl rides on top of one of them.
Yeah.
So there are sensibilities. If you're going to be provocative, you do run the risk of going down this road. I do think that probably there are a lot worse things that are allowed on all these stores that have pulled it than this. Yep. So that's where it gets a bit tricky but that's what they have the right to do on their storefront.
You think Blizzard reviews every porny game or whatever objectionable thing comes across? Do they have to look at every
Valve?
game? Valve is what I meant. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't think so.
So they'd have to sit down and fire up Orc Massage to see if
I
Orc
think
Massage...
the article said that they needed to submit a playable section of the game to be approved for being on there, but I don't think they review all the content of every game. I think you're just required to disclose it.
Yeah, and then they wait. The way you do that is you let users do a little of the work for you. Like Apple does this. If something's objectionable on the App Store, people will complain, and then they'll review and pull it. I'm sure Steam did something similar here, where they were like, "Ooh, people are freaking out about horse game. We're taking horse game down." And Gabe says, "I'm on a boat, got my flippy floppies on." That's how he replied. That's what he does. I shouldn't make fun. He's going to be on the show. Maybe I have to be careful if he replies.
I don't think that should change your criticisms or compliments.
No, but I want him on here. I really do. I think it'd be amazing. Anyway,
yes, Steam is somewhat notorious for staying quiet on things until it makes enough noise, and then they go yes or no. But we've had a lot of stories with payment processors, pushing back about what games can be on platforms. It's not surprising that some of this is hitting interesting areas. We'll see how it shakes out. In general, I'm kind of against banning stuff from a storefront. If you've opened the doors, you've opened the doors. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, if it's illegal, it's illegal. Don't allow it. But if it's not, then I feel like the doors have already been opened.
Which is kind of this is why it's interesting, because Steam is already known for being, if it's not legal, we'll have it, and that's controversial for a lot of people who think they should ban stuff that they don't like, or they have whatever porn games and stuff. But they're like, look, if it's legal, it's going up here. So there must be something about this game.
Like, when people say, where do we draw the line? I think legality is a fine place to draw the line. Like, I think that is, if you want to draw the line there, I think that's an acceptable place. If you want to draw it further and go, we don't allow X, Y, and Z, then that's fine too. I just think it has to be clear, and it has to be applied to everybody equally.
Yeah. GOG's using this as a chance to sort of tout their openness.
Well, good for GOG. I like GOG. So,
I do too. I like them.
Anytime they want to run a victory lap, I'm fine with it, because while it's not a storefront I use very much, I really like them, and so I'm all for them running victory laps when they can. Hopefully, there's nothing illegal in the game.
Yeah,
and I didn't just say good on GOG. I don't know.
Good on GOG for having,
I don't know.
Yeah, all those kids riding naked men. Good job, guys. Well done. I mean, we'll find out if the blowback is any worse than this, but right now, just kind of weird. So the game sounds interesting, if I'm honest. Like other stuff I read about it, it's very unsettling. Not like a horror game, scare game, more of a psychological, mind F sort of deal. And I'm, those have a place, but maybe they took something too far. We also got a story here about Justin Lin is directing. He's a director known for the Fast and Furious and some other stuff. I think he's the one that made the first Saw movies, if I remember right. I think that was his deal.
Oh.
I might have it confused. But anyway, he is directing a Helldivers movie. That's right. Helldivers.
Okay.
The movie, Bo. It'll sound like this. And if it doesn't, they're making a mistake. It needs to have this. Can you imagine if that movie doesn't have that soundtrack in there, or at least
Didn't
that riff?
they make that movie though, like before the game came out, and call it Starship Troopers?
Yeah, a movie exists already.
Oh shit! Is that our stance? Is that what we're gonna say? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's
I'm
a
open-minded
fair
for a
stance.
good movie, but like, it seems to really play with the, there's a social commentary attached to it, and it's like it's not super present in the game, but it is. It's super Earth, and it's you're spreading democracy. But I think it's just on a surface level of like comedy for the game. Like we're not. So I don't know. I don't know how interesting that is for a movie unless you're actually making it prescient. Like Idiocracy. That's one that we like as a satire because it goes hard. So Justin Lin strikes me as an action director, but I don't think he's a go hard, make good observations about society kind of filmmaker. So I don't know.
I'm mixing up my directors before everyone emails me. This is the dude who's known for. Hold on. F9, the Fast Saga game things, Fast and Furious 6, a bunch
He's
of
done
those.
a lot of the Fast and Furious stuff.
Star Trek
He did
Beyond.
Star Trek Beyond, which I liked
It's
a lot.
my favorite of the three. It's controversial, but
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I don't think that's controversial. I think
It
that
shouldn't
just
be.
shows you have good taste.
It's the most Star Trek of the three. It's the most non-mess
Yeah,
with
but that's
lore.
like,
It's great.
It's like it's the best of the three, but it still pales compared to the to the other aesthetic, in my opinion. That's all. So it's like you can give it that praise, but I'm gonna watch other ones before I watch that one.
There's new ones getting made. That'll be good, right?
I would certainly watch every other one of some other ones, but
I've liked Strange New Worlds.
Those.
Strange New Worlds has been like a return to form, although I haven't watched a little bit. But it's we'll see. I don't know, but I'm definitely skeptical that this will be a great movie based on the director. Not that I don't like watching his movies. I just think it's going to be a bunch of explosions and people going, "Oh my god!" Like the Borderlands movie and shit. Like it's just going to be one of those like 4 Hollywood actors say quippy lines to each other and have a great evening. Goodbye.
Say like us. Say quippy lines to each other and then have a nice night.
And then we move on.
Yeah, then we move on.
Yeah, like I'm not saying those are
See you in a
bad.
week.
Those can be very entertaining even. Just but I'm not gonna I'm not like looking forward to it or anything.
I could tell you guys a funny story. While you guys were talking, my daughter comes in here and she's mouthing something at me because she doesn't want to interrupt the show, but she's going over and over. And I went,
she can just talk, man.
I know,
Like,
that's
it's
what I
fine.
said. But
Talk.
I go bum bum. And she's like,
Good-
no,
good
not
guess,
bum
Scott.
bum. And I go, this? I have like a mug. This? Like I didn't know what she was asking for. And it turns out I have a bag of dum dum suckers over here for the kids. And that's what she was talking about, dum dums. So now it's all good now. Do you have those in Canada?
You were pretty close with Bum Bum though, so that's
I think we have
Yeah.
something called Dum Dums, but it's been so long since I've heard it. I don't know. I have to Google it.
I just keep a bag.
No,
for,
we don't have.
you know.
I don't think we have Dum Dums, but I think we have something like it, just named something else. But I don't know what.
It's got pepperoni in it. That's the deal.
Does it?
I'm just kidding. They don't.
Yeah.
Witcher 4 not coming in 2026, by the way. Plans for Witcher 5 and 6 are also in the works. That's a bold move. That's when you know your next game is going to be successful.
Yeah,
we
this
talked
is
about that first bit last week, but yeah, they did also
was an
say that
earnings
it was
call.
part of a
Yeah.
trilogy.
Oh, the earnings calls where we learn they're
The
working.
earnings calls where we learned about 5 and 6. They're planning to release them in quick succession. So, like, you know how it's been 10 years since Witcher 3?
Yeah.
with The Witcher 4. I think that was the release date of Witcher 3.
Yeah, 2015. Witcher 3, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. So like we haven't had one in 11 years, right? And it's because there's Cyberpunk, but I think the way they're directing the company now is like they're going to have Witcher 4, but we're not going to be waiting 10 years for 5. We're probably going to be waiting maybe a couple years, you know, like, but I'm wondering if they're almost doing like a Yakuza style thing where, you know, they'll set up some space, play space for 4, and then we'll be able to revisit those places. Because like Novigrad's basically Kamurocho. Like you could just take Novigrad. I'm playing Witcher 3 right now, right? So you could just take Witcher 3 and throw some new stories in there and set it 10 years later, 20 years later. And you have like, it's the same thing. There's politics. There's politics in Yakuza. There's politics in Novigrad. You know, there's monsters and gangs and enemies and, you know, factions. You could just, so I don't know that that's what they're doing, but I definitely think that company's grown to a size where they can't just release a big game every 7 years or something. I think they need to pick up the pace probably.
I agree.
I'm surprised Witcher 4 is not coming out next year, but
well, so what they're probably
2020
doing
was when, you know,
what you've just described sounds like Lord of the Rings. You film it all concurrently, and then you release 3 movies over 3 years' time, and you know you do a lot of post work. And that feels like
you don't have to reinvent everything for each entity.
Kind of like that, actually. You know, I don't need them to come out and go, and now it's on Unreal 7. Let's just keep giving me sooner games with good content.
Like, I mean, if they want to reinvent the wheel every time, that's fine. But if it's going to be 8 years, you know, that's a long time. I mean, even for a company, I mean, we all understand video game production at that level takes a long time, but it is a long time to wait. Like even for customers as well as for the company to get revenue, it is pretty crazy. So, you know, like I that's a part of Yakuza I've really appreciated. You know, and every now and then, instead of Japan, you go to Hawaii. Like it's not like they'll never do anything. It's just like managing the scope of it and having more consistent releases. So
that's a great example of that. I hope they just fix the combat. I just think the combat in Witcher 3 is rough, but whatever. I want something better than that next time.
I just think their games are never going to be that. It's kind of okay because it's really good in other spots, but we'll see.
CyberPunk, pretty good shooter though. It's not bad.
Oh, it's got good shooting. The challenge level is pretty not there. That's mostly my complaints. It's not much to it.
Well, you're a pro gamer. That's why.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? I'm playing Witcher 3, right? And because I played Claire Obscure directly before, I'm like a parry god in Witcher.
Yeah.
Like
that'll happen.
I can, you know, there's these monsters. It's like, ooh, they're like 20 levels above you. I'm like, I bet they're human. Like, if they're all the same animations, I can just parry them and, you know, put a Quen shield on in case I get hit, and it's easy.
Yeah, that's great.
Nothing
but a thing. Sexy Sims mod from the Wicked Whims has 300.
The mod's called Wicked Whims.
Oh, it's Wicked Whims. I thought it was a dude. No. 300,000, not more Ks. I've already said it. Daily logins. All right. It also checks for updates once a day, according to the mod creator. But apparently, people like Sexy Sims. They like a little bit of the old.
Yeah. Well, he's just been out. They interviewed him because he's like. So the reason he knows it's 300,000 is because he knows when people check for updates, and the mod checks for updates daily. So there's 300,000 check-ins on, you know, updates that he tracks.
And I'm assuming this thing's like full nudity. Your characters are doing it. Like,
so I don't know anything about Wicked Whims, but yes, it's a sexy mod, meaning like obviously whoever is it, Maxis, EA, whoever's making the game didn't put banging, right? Sims is famous for, you know, putting a censorship thing over it.
Yeah, when you shower and
but
stuff.
But people like their banging, and it's a mod, I think, where you can just do full sexy time with your Sims.
Yeah.
Yep. And people like it. But I think the numbers, 300,000 is like more than most games as a service. Like he's like, there are 300,000 people playing The Sims right now, and also getting their sex on, because it's also The Sims plus the mod.
It's a Sims 4? Is that what this is?
I actually don't know. I read the article, but I didn't get that out of there. I think if you're in the know, you just assume you know which one it is, but I didn't see it. So hang on, let me double check.
I mean, 5 I think isn't here yet. 4 I think is still active, and
it must be 4.
I can't imagine 3 still gets. I don't know.
But 4's been out for a long time, right? Like that's another game where it's like if they release a new one, it has 0 DLC, so it's like they can't get that much money. Yeah, Sims 4 seems to be the most recent. The game's actually free to play.
Yeah, they made it free to play, but they have tons of paid download crap.
Oh yeah, let's see all DLC. If I bought all the DLC, it would cost me $2,211 Canadian.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Holy shit! And I guess there's third-party custom content you can do as well.
Sims is a game as a service now. Think of that.
Yeah, and people I think really like The Sims. Maybe I'd really like The Sims. Maybe I should be playing The Sims.
Maybe you would.
If 300,000 people are playing Sims, it seems like.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to this list. Content for this game, and it goes on for many scrollings. Like you said, $1,500, $62 or $1,562.94 here in the States. Whoo! That's a Steam machine potentially.
I mean, why would you make a 5 when and go to having 0 DLC, right? Like people are just going to stay on 4 with their $2,000 investment.
Yeah, that's nuts.
If they bought everything, that's crazy.
I mean, hats off to this whoever is into it, but I can't. I couldn't live this way.
I only played like the first one. I don't remember ever playing any of the sequels, but
two is big around this house. I don't remember 3. My daughters both love The Sims. If they could get more Sims in their life, they would. So I know there's a big market. Check this out, chat. This is the length of the DLC. Look at this. You start here and you go.
Good Lord.
And there's even more. And then there's a total. Look at that.
Now, some of that might be bundles. So, that's one thing Steam doesn't do very well in that list is parse out the doubles because of bundling. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But at a glance, it gives you an idea just how much purchasing options there are. So,
see if there's any Final Fantasy crossover here. I don't see any.
I don't think so. I think they avoided that one,
Mm-hmm. They got SpongeBob House Kit and SpongeBob Kids Room Kit. They got the kit involves, this says here you can ride on a naked man's back. Weird. That sounds like horses.
While they wear a horse mask.
Party Essentials, First Aid Kit. If you want the First Aid Kit DLC, you're going to pay $4.99 for that. If you want to play the High School Years expansion pack, you're going to pay $40 US for that. That's probably 50 something Canadian.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's get right on that, guys. Let's get back into The Sims. No, I'm not doing that. Let's move on to this final story. Bo put in here about Publisher Paradox saying they're going to take full blame for the Bloodlines 2 fumble. And it's not the developer's fault. What does that even mean when they say that?
Well, I think there was, to some extent, when someone makes a game, you sort of blame the people who made the game, right? Not the people who brought it to market. But from what I've read about the issue is just that it's a company called the Chinese Room that made Bloodlines 2, but they weren't the first developers on the project. They inherited it, from someone else, and I think maybe they're under contract to do so many games. But it's like a big IP, like it's Bloodlines, right? The first one is a legendary game in the halls of fame of PC gaming and RPG gaming. So, but they weren't given enough time to deliver on what the expectation was for a game like this. And, it was very abundantly clear what was being made was actually not a sequel. They took a Vampire Masquerade game and just gave it the label so it would sell more, basically. Not because it was a true sequel or really there's a true intention behind it for this to be the next installment, for the follow-up.
So the publishers,
but they wanted the benefit. Yeah. They wanted the benefit of the name. It's like making The Witcher 4, and then it's like a PowerWash Simulator game. We just called it Witcher 4 because you guys really buy things that say Witcher on them.
If you're saying I can go into the Witcher world and power wash things, you're sold.
No, it's not the Witcher world. It's just it's just PowerWash Simulator. Okay. They just slapped Witcher 4 on it to screw you out of money, thinking it would have those things.
I want to power wash that witch. Or those multiple witches.
There's no witches. It's just normal people.
Power wash the witch.
Yeah, the ones
that whatever you can think of as the most disappointing outcome, that's what you get.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, the crone.
Yeah, or the Baron guy.
The Bloody Baron?
The Bloody Baron. Just have him hold still. And just be just hose him down after
Jesus, witch, what are you doing, you bloody
bastard? Anyway,
We'd mostly have to clean off his unborn miscarried child because that's the one that was really dirty.
oh, that was a dark
Well,
storyline.
look at Bo bringing everybody up.
Well, I just did it again. It's awesome. It's not bringing it down. It's
It
like
is
so-
actually pretty good. Yeah.
The game is so twisted. It's what makes it so good. Everything's got like this, like,
Yeah. It's the grossest place to live in video games. Like in terms of just the people and the towns and everyone's skin is bad. Except, but Geralt's skin's pretty bad from using all the potions and everything. But he's a fresh bunny compared to the average citizen.
You're talking to the Bloody Baron, and he's like, well, I was at war. My wife cuckolded me with this guy, Evan, for 3 years. And I finally met him, and I thought I was just going to like have words with him. But I killed him and fed him to my dogs. And then Geralt's like, oh, I guess that's why they call you the Bloody Baron. He's like, that's not why they call me the Bloody Baron. That's nothing.
Yeah, he's got way more
Like
to
when
get.
you fed your wife's lover to dogs, like that's already pretty.
I mean, look at that guy. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, well, he's it's not great. His whole story is so bad. He's like, he beats his wife for years and is like, why did she leave me?
Who knows? Who can tell?
He's like, it's not just my fault. She played a role in this too because she loved someone else.
Oh, here's
And it's
even
like,
a better one.
And then you're like, listen, dude.
This is a better one. This is how I picture him. This ruddy old face, just looking like a.
Yeah,
I'd leave you too,
awesome.
you loser. All right. Well, that's our stories for today. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, it will be time to talk about the games we played. We'll have some possible spoilers in Dispatch, a bunch of other cool stuff coming up. So stick around. And if you're here live, stick around for the John Show, which will happen in between while we take a poo. That'll all happen right after this. Stay tuned. And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. And just a quick note that if you are a supporter of ours on core.show or over there at patreon.com/core show, you will find out that John does a little 6 or 7 minute John show in the middle of the show. We just finished one. You guys listen to the regular public feed. You don't know that because you're not a supporter. If you are, you'll get that every week. It's our new tradition. Okay? More about that later. Let's get into whatever's next, like games we played.
It's me, Mario.
All right. I'm going to talk about...
Okay.
I don't know why I played that.
Clip. He always sounds like he's turning into Elmo right at the end.
It's really jacked up. I don't like it. I'm going to play this music because we're going to talk about Dispatch. Okay? So Dispatch...
Are we gonna start right with spoilers? Like,
No. You know what? When you hear music, that's when you'll know. And I'll also put up a... I forgot to do it during the break. Spoiler graphic. Hold on. PNG. I'm going to find something
well,
real
now
quick.
everybody's gonna be like, we could have gotten our questions answered during the John show.
Yeah, they're going to
Scott
be
was doing this.
super
The
upset.
John show could have been another minute longer.
That's right. I hate to not give the people what they want, but anyway, I'm thinking what we'll do here is we'll talk around it for a second. Then I want to get to some story stuff. So you guys will be plenty warned when we do it. No need to pause yet. Did Scott finish Dispatch this week? The answer is no, but almost. I am on the penultimate episode, the very beginning. So that means I've got episodes 7 and 8 to get through. I did 6 yesterday, or 5 and 6 yesterday, or maybe they're spread between 2 days.
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
I think
Sorry,
we established last week you had only actually gotten through 3.
that's right. So over the last little bit of time, I got 3 of those in. I've got 2 left. So I'm at a very specific point in the story, which we'll talk about in a minute, because I want to get some feedback from you guys about what you did or chose to do.
Yeah.
But whoa, man, that
Broadly
thing,
speaking, how are you feeling about the game without spoiler?
I feel like I feel ways about the game. This is interesting. I'm really glad you phrased it that way, because while I still think this is a game, I am hitting the point where the story's so good and compelling that the dispatch portion of things and the hacking portion of things are starting to annoy me. And not because they're poorly presented or mechanically not interesting or any of that. They're fine. But they are getting in the way of my, no. I don't want to be with this screen for the next half hour. I want to let's go. Let's do this story. I'm so hooked on the story that I don't want to dink around in it anymore. So I found myself in episode 6 in particular, which has a lot of hacking opportunities, getting... and I have time. I don't have the unlimited hacks turned on. There's like 3. that you get. And so knowing that there's a limited number, that just means I'll fail a hack and the story will keep going. I got to the point where I was like, just kill me and let's go. So I let the little ball get me. Because who cares? We're still going to progress the story. It's not going to make that big of a difference. If by the end of this thing I find out I've got the worst ending ever because I was a poor hacker toward the latter third of the show, I'm even calling it a show. Like, that's how... Yeah. I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm not saying anyone else should feel this way or does feel this way. But for me, those things, while early on didn't bother me at all, they were like... In fact, it was good. I was like, okay, this is still a video game. I got to do video game shit. I'm now at the point where the story is so compelling and the beats are coming in a fashion that I want to keep going. That stuff is showstoppers for me, and I just go, all right. So then I just kind of play into the whole I'm a bad hacker and let the hacks fail. Don't care too much about who's getting dispatched where. Couple synergies here and there, but if it's not working out, it's like, fine, he'll go alone on this one. If he misses it, fine. If he doesn't, great. Like, I'm not that concerned anymore because I feel very antsy to get done with this rigmarole so I can get to the next story beat, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I haven't looked it up, but I think there is, like, bad outcomes. I think. I've definitely seen that mentioned. Like, you see on your YouTube, it'll be, like, all endings, and I'm like, oh, like, but I didn't click on them yet. So I'm waiting to hear what you guys
we'll
do.
Find out what happens.
But it might matter. End. I don't know. Like, at least I can't reassure you that, like, just like failing through everything is going to produce a good result.
I feel like that's what's going to happen is I was very try hard for episode 1 through 4, and then 5 and 6, I have been like, all right.
Well, they do take bets on how long you're going to last. So
it turns out you didn't last. You didn't last as long as they thought.
Yeah,
I do. So I do kind of see where you're coming from with the hacking. At least, like, there were times, because every now and then you will be presented an option where you can play the hacking minigame or you can try and do something else.
Yeah.
And it gives you alternatives to playing it. And I did find a couple of times when I was given the option, I was like, I'd rather just, roll the dice and do the other method rather than the surefire victory of hacking. But there are plenty that you can't skip. And I did think that they definitely went really hard on episode 6, I think it is.
Yeah, lots of hacking. I think
they do like 4 or 5 in a row.
Yep.
And I can see how maybe from a design perspective, they felt that added to the story because it feels like you're involved in the moment together. Mm-hmm. But generally speaking, I felt that the hacking more than anything in the game felt disconnected. Mm-hmm. Where it was like, well, I'm just doing this to do this, just to push buttons. I do think the dispatch thing, I think that's where maybe I would disagree just a little bit for me, because I do think the dispatching was a really good opportunity to do natural character development when maybe you don't have the budget or the time to put that into full animated cutscenes.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
I learn more about these characters because of how they talk to each other on missions, because of what their reactions are, because what they do on missions, stuff like that. And so I think that served a really strong narrative purpose, even, and it sounds like it can tie into outcomes of the game ultimately at the end.
Yeah.
But even if it didn't, I still think that that's a good place to put a lot of your world and character building so that you don't have to assign precious, like, this is costing a lot of money to do an animated scene for, basic level character development.
I completely agree with that. And because it's not like you can just skip it. Like with hacking, I can just go find the little firewall guy and die if I'm that hating it. And honestly, it was mostly just that one sequence of so many hacks. And I'll say this real quick to your point about the hacking did make it feel like you were kind of more into the moment and what you were doing without talking about the story yet. I think that's true even if you fail, though, because, and I don't mean that practically it's the same. I just mean that you just come off as a shitty hacker during that time.
You're still trying.
Yeah.
You're still earnestly, I think a lot of people, to put a different kind of analogy on it, watched that really shitty Amazon War of the Worlds, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, you need to find reasons why the person sitting at the computer staring at things happening is involved in the story. And I think the hacking was used as a method to utilize that to a degree. Like, here's how you can be in the action without being in the action, so to speak, because we know you're sitting at a computer. And I think sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, just to me, it's just slowed things down. Or in this particular case, it was, some of them are timed, and I hate timed shit. Even though this whole thing
you could have turned off, though.
Oh, you can turn off those timers?
That is on you. Yeah, so you can't turn on. I don't think there's infinite retries, but you can turn off the timer to where you have infinite time.
Oh, I thought it was infinite retries. I may have misread that.
I may have that backwards too. One of us is right, one of us is wrong, or I don't know. But
well, the good news is I still enjoy the dispatch stuff. I'm just less invested in overthinking everything. So what I'm doing instead is going, well, these two are available, and I know they're synergistic, so I'm just going to send them, and it's fine. Usually, it comes out successful, and I'm leveling up all these guys, ladies and guys, and that's been fine. And I do think you're 100% right about that. There's a bunch of chatter and stuff in there that does build characters, that does build relationships, and does kind of give more rounding to the personalities that you're dealing with. And the net result is, by the time I finish 6. I feel very attached to almost everybody, with one exception. We'll get to that in a minute.
Ooh.
But it's really gone places. And so now I'm just in this mode of, like, when I'm thinking about doing 7, probably later tonight, I'm thinking, well, I'm just, if there's hacking shit, I'm just going to skip past all this hacking shit. I just don't care. I don't care about the hacking stuff, like, at all. I care about that story so much and those characters so much at this point. I don't want to deter people, though, from feeling like there's no gameplay there, because there is. The hacking is actually, the puzzles are good. They're well designed. They're smart, which is part of my problem, because I'm going, I'd like to know where this new story beat goes, but now I'm using my brain to figure out the math on if I light that up and then over here, and okay, if I do it quick enough, the firewall will take forever to get, blah. Like, you have to change the kind of thinking for a minute to do a thing that's got nothing to do with these scenes you're going to get later. And so yeah. I'm not saying it's bad or that it could be 100% a me thing, and it's not even a complaint against the game. This is going on my top list this year. I absolutely love this game, but I don't love, at this stage anyway, like I said, most of the game I've been fine with it, but right now I'm just like, oh my gosh. And it's not just like patience. I just want to go.
Let me ask you this, because I think this might explain what you're trying to say too, to a degree, because I have a feeling I know your answer to this. But if they made the dispatching part its own, like, roguelike game, where you get a team of heroes, right? And you got to send them on missions, and it's randomized, and they're going to have maybe some fun dialogue, but you drop all the story elements, and instead you get this roguelike dispatch game. Would you play that?
I literally do and have. I'll show you a game I own that is this very game. In fact, I'm not unsure that
you're gonna invisible ink this stuff.
Well,
911 operator.
Yeah,
I was gonna say invisible ink was kind of like this too, but you were more involved.
You were way more involved, like a turn-based strategy game, whereas this is literally.
Yeah, this really is.
Yeah, it's like you're sending icons around to do icon work, and there's voices, and you hear the call. Like right here, you see it, 911 emergency. What's your thing?
I've chopped my leg off.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. There's some really dumb stuff in it. It's pretty fun, but it is that exact game that we're talking about. That's the mini game of 911. They have some others they've made. The one of them's an emergency, more of like a medically based one. But the idea is that you're upgrading your dudes. You are a 911 dispatch operator. You're trying to time all this. When crimes happen, you got to respond, or you're going to miss the chance. Like, it is literally this game in separate game form, and maybe that's also a problem, because I played a ton of this back when I reviewed it on the show. I mean, this came out in 2017. It's been a while, but I played this and talked about it here, and I played a lot of it, and there's a good chance I maybe had my fill of this to the point that I forgot, at least mechanically or muscle memory wise, that it's kind of the same in this game. And so I don't know.
Yeah, but I also feel like, the fact that you played this and like this says it's not that you're opposed to that type of gameplay.
Not at all.
It's the fact that it is being used as, in your eyes, a disruption of something else that you're experiencing and enjoying more.
Starts to feel like filler, yes. And I'm not, again, the game needs some of that. Otherwise, it's not a game, right? Or it's not an interactive experience. It can't just be, I guess you can still have choices and dialogue changes and stuff. But
it's like a visual novel more.
Right.
If that's the case.
But they, the new way that we do these adventures, they're no longer point and click. They're what this is. They're what Telltale brought to the table. And I think that's great. But when the stories are this good and they're presented so well, it's easy for me to just feel like, this is just in the way of me finishing this show that I'm watching. And my wife, so I'm sitting there playing one of the missions I played on my Steam Deck with headphones, plays really well on there. It's like perfect for it. And I think it's episode 7 or 6, and I was playing it, and she leans over and she pulls one of my headphones off. She goes, "What the hell is this show? And why are you watching it there? Let's watch it up here."
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "That looks great. What is this? It looks awesome." And I said, "Well," I had to explain, this is actually a video game, not just some show I'm watching on my Steam Deck. But that was her first impression. I think this says a lot about its presentation and its quality. It looks like some Netflix thing that ran for 12 episodes. And rightly so. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful game. And the characterization, the animation, everything, the action's really well done. Voice acting is supremely good. And so I think those things, so being so high watermarks that they are, the mechanics have now started to just feel middling to me. I'm just like, well, let's just get past this so I can do this other thing, because I'm just not invested in those mechanics anymore. But you're right. Like playing that thing as a mini game. Like if they came out tomorrow and said, "Hey, on mobile, we're releasing Dispatch Mobile, and it's just this mini game. It's a roguelike. You play it. It's fun. You can unlock new heroes, all that." I'd play that in a heartbeat. Like that's not a problem. It's just that when it's used as in between filler, for lack of a better term, I don't mean it negatively, but when it's used as that, the meat inside the story sandwich, that's where I struggle, because it's like, no, I want to be done. As soon as I sit down and the whole thing flips on, I go, all right, here we go. I got to do this. And there are moments in there I like, some funny stuff, great character moments, like you said.
But at its heart, it is a chore core game where it's like you're at a job, right? So it's like you're doing your work, and then it's lunchtime, and then there's cinematics for lunchtime, and then you go back to to the afternoon. Like it is sort of part of the design. I sort of get that too, where you're like, oh, I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
But I find that it never really overstays its welcome. Like there's never so many missions where it becomes a slog or anything, So
yeah, for me, the hacking feels like a slog, but the other stuff's fine.
But I played it all in one sitting, so I think the feeling's different when you're like sitting down to like continue on, and then you're looking forward to the story bits.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh, I got to do the chore core part.
Yeah, that might be
the momentum never really dropped for me. Like I was always like, yep, okay, it's
yeah. If you're doing
a structure to how things go,
and if you got 8 hours and you're just going straight, I think it's the perfect way to do it. And I'm sure that stuff feels hits different.
I mean, not everyone's going to have that big of a window of time,
right?
So it's a privilege, but yeah.
And I definitely haven't in the last couple of weeks. I've had to split everything up into chunks, and this was a victim of that. I really thought I had enough time. I was going to just. The other thing is I'm savoring the story so much that I'm in no hurry to finish it in a way, because I want to not have this
it's
end.
Done.
I really like it. Like it's so good, and it's irreverent but has heart. It's like there are characters in there I just want to go, can I just, if you were my real friend, we would figure this out together. We would get this done. Yeah. Like it's weird that a game can do that to me anymore, because most of them don't. And this one definitely is. So it's a weird.
So you're feeling things, and then you're going to get to a point where you're done, and you're not going to feel things anymore.
Yeah,
like, oh.
Yeah. And then you're going to have to. I'm going to jump to some other game. I'm going to have to wash it all out with Shipbreaker or some shit where I don't have to think about anything.
Clair Obscure. Yeah.
Yeah. Just something you won't feel anything. Just go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my arc right now. Is I play Dispatch, and I'm like, I only want to play really good things where I feel stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to play just like a game that's like, oh, the mechanics are good, but it's abstract, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want an emotional connection.
This is a time if anyone wants to give Bo recommendations about games that are emotional connective games.
Oh, I've got one. Witcher's going to hold me. That Witcher's so good.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, but yeah, for whatever comes next, we'll see. Yeah, for sure.
Well, anyway, that's where we're at with that. Now, I'm going to jump into spoiler mode. Here's what we're going to do.
This is your warning.
This picture of the Baron is going to go right here.
He didn't write spoilers.
Nope.
It's just gonna be. He's gonna be the bloody spoiler baron.
The bloody spoiler baron is now on the screen. We may use something different every time. Who knows? This means
I kind of like
this is going well.
I think you should put a little speech bubble coming out of his mouth. Not right now.
Yeah.
But for next time, that just says spoilers, Witcher, and then just use this every time.
Yeah, why not?
And he'll be the bloody spoilers baron.
That's
Probably put it into the AI thing and get a voice line out of it.
Maybe, but
not very ethical though.
That's all the and then I get shit for that.
Because
But yeah, so he's up there. We're also going to do this. I have a little file here called spoiler music, and while this is playing, we will be talking about story aspects of this game. And I don't even know that we're going to talk that long because really it's just about what I played. You guys have already seen it. So here's what I was going to say about story. I got to stop the temptation of always triple warning everyone. So I'm not doing that anymore.
A triple warning is fine.
All right, we've done it.
So,
you guys know now there's no confusion, especially that one guy that raked me over the coals. All right.
Spoilers up ahead for up to chapter 6 of Discord. Dispatch, not Discord.
Discord.
Sorry, I was thinking of where people are going to complain.
No, right, exactly.
Despite all the warnings.
Where are they going to bitch at me the most? Probably there, or YouTube. All right, so the end of 6 is devastating.
Yeah.
His name just escaped me. Who's the fast running guy? Help me.
Chase.
Oh, Chase. Louises. Can never remember his name. Chase, one of the greatest characters in the thing, whose name I barely remember. He's got a real name, another name. It's like
Black Einstein is also a name that gets used.
Yeah, that's a great moment. But there's a moment. Okay, so let me lead up to this by telling you my Invisigirl problem.
Okay.
She has become a project for me. All my decisions have been trying to help her. I went on the movie date with her instead of going with What's Her Beak.
Oh, you went on the movie date.
I did.
So you kind of like her.
And she was very sweet. And it's not even about liking her. And listen, anyone who's played the game right now, they're going, Scott, you like her because of that sex scene at the top of episode 5 or whatever it was. No.
Oh, hang on. Back up the cart. Was anyone in the room when you booted
No,
that thing up?
that was on my computer and I was down here. And that's the cold open. So I was like, looking around like, is anyone down here? So that thing starts.
Did I leave a tab of Pornhub open?
Yeah. I was actually concerned because I was like, don't jump straight to this. You guys, you still kind of hate each other. But then I realized it was a dream and all that. So
she reveals it to the main character pretty quick, too.
She does, yeah. So then, not to go beat for beat, but basically she's a mess. She's kind of toxic, and I get why everyone else either doesn't like her or Chase thinks she needs to be booted a long time ago. I get all that, but I cannot help but try to help her in the same way that I chose Wet Barfer Boy over Phenomenon.
Hell yeah. I'm Team Waterboy.
Team Waterboy.
I chose Waterboy as well.
I couldn't help it. I honestly couldn't help it. I have no sympathy for Mr. All the Strength in the World, intergalactic, can eat sushi in Japan and then come back.
He just doesn't understand the ways of our world, man.
I got no. I mean,
to be clear, I was on Team Waterboy too, but I'm just devil's advocate. Phenomenon is phenomenal.
He's making me laugh, and there's some fun moments for sure, but I don't want him on my team. He's pissing me off. For whatever reason, I just don't need the strong guy. So I'm trying to help this little puppy boy to be in there. And I think he's very entertaining, so I'm enjoying his entire thing. But I'm constantly trying to figure out how I can help Invisigirl not be a hot mess and just help her. I want to help her through it. Whatever it is.
Because when she takes a picture of the leaderboard that she cares, even though she acts like she doesn't.
We've all known people like this in our lives who are kind of toxic on the outside, but if you just can cut through the thin layer of anger, there's something in there. And you want to see that more realized. And so they've done an amazing job of, at least with me, feeling driven to do that. I want to help her out. And if it means I'm romancing her because that's what these options lead to, I don't know. But
question for you about that.
Yeah.
So you went to the movie, which means when Blonde Blazer said, "Hey, do you want to go have dinner?" You were like, "I can't."
I said nightcap and turned her down. Yeah. I didn't tell her why. I just said I couldn't go.
No.
So, because it's a text, right? Is that all? That's all it was.
Yeah, it's just a text, but that's a big decision point because you can clearly not go to the movies and go have dinner.
Yeah.
And that's something you can do. And I only picked the one decision. I haven't gone through it for another playthrough, so I don't know. What happens differently, how much that matters, but interesting. Okay, so you went on. So you went that because the thing is, it is pretty datey when you go to the movie because she makes this big issue of she sneaks into movies and doesn't pay,
right? Because she's invisible,
but she doesn't get to have popcorn because she can't really make off with popcorn invisible,
right?
So you're being a little sweetheart by going in, paying, and getting the popcorn.
Yeah, I brought the snacks.
Yeah.
And sat with her and had a great time watching the terrible rom-com. And then, I don't know, that was all very sweet and just a nice date and, didn't end in any debauchery or anything. So that all feels good. And then, so now we go down the road a little bit. And when everyone's at the house trying to help figure out what we're going to do, I was in my underwear when they showed up.
Oh, the house party at your place.
I loved the house party because the house party made me feel feelings about friends and diverse friends and knowing that some are kind of buttholes, but it's okay. We're in this together. It was a great vibe. That whole sequence.
So
Hang on,
I think Bo and I are asking the same question. You said you liked everybody except one. Who's the except one?
So I thought it was going to be Vizzy, and I'm pleasantly surprised that it's not Vizzy.
No, it's not Vizzy at all. In fact, I'm all in on trying to just see that through.
Yeah,
I just want to kick Flambe into the ocean. I've had it with that guy.
Yeah, well, of course.
I hate that guy.
So this is the question because there's the bar fight.
Yeah.
And
left him with a tooth missing. That's what I did there.
And that's when he sings "I am a bitch. My name's Robert."
Well, he does that. No, yeah, at the bar he does that.
At the bar he does that. But
the other bar, yeah. And then the guy
after the bar fight, you can tell people you were Mecha Man, or you can continue lying, and that's like a big.
And I couldn't do it. I couldn't lie. I told him who.
Oh,
it was.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
John, which one
did you not do that? That's what I did. I told everybody I was.
I told them. I was like, they got to earn my trust, so I got to reveal I'm Mecha Man, and then that pisses off Flambe because, as you know, they have a history.
Oh yeah, he's super pissed.
Yeah, now that he knows you're Mecha Man, he's like, that explains a lot. And he takes off like in a huff.
Yeah, and he tries to kill me first. And
but you said, you didn't reveal it, though.
No, I did. I said it was me.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I said it was me. And he said, he turns on me immediately, super mad, tries to flame me out with his flame powers, and Gollum gets...
Gollum saves you.
Yeah, is it Gollum? Not Gollum.
Gollum? Yeah. Gollum.
It's always throwing me for Lord of the Rings reasons. But anyway. Rockman. He gets in front of me and takes the brunt of it, which he can do. It's one of his powers. He has that kind of shielding.
And Waterboy douses him.
Yeah, and I feel way more connected to those two dudes now than I ever have because they literally saved me, but also they're just growing on me. And Flambe can eat it. Eat a shit. I hate that guy.
But he comes back for the party and decides once a month he's going to...
punch you in the face.
I mean, he's mostly mad. I thought, this is a great story twist.
I mean, your character took his fingers, even though he was being a villain.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I thought his anger at me was all about the bar fight that left him without a tooth. It's not. It's about those fingers getting cut off. And however that fight ended, which they kept flashing back to.
And he got arrested, and he got put into the Phoenix program.
Right. All that stuff.
And you also made him lose a tooth.
He's just such a pud. And
or lose his eyebrows, depending on what happened.
And he's such a dick when I'm trying to work out and stuff, and he's just in there talking smack.
He saves your life, though.
Yeah, but he sucks.
He's a dick about it, but it's not like he went, haha, you got yourself in this situation, now get yourself out. You a weenie bitch boy. He comes really over and he helps you. So...
I think it's fine if you don't like him. That's
it's fine if you don't like him, but I'm going to tell you, I think he's like a Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of which, there's some of that in there at the movie. If you didn't take her to the movie, there's the whole thing about Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, yeah. Effing love Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, big fan. Anyway, so I get to to jump ahead to 6, the infiltration of the place and all that, and what Chase ends up doing to save her really got me in the guts. And that's the idea. And the way they filmed that, I say filmed it, it's not film, it's a freaking game engine. But the way that they made that, realized all that out, was him deciding, I'm going to go get her because there's no way she's going to survive this. Shroud's going to kill her. So he gets into that stance like he's about to do the Flash move and run real fast. And Jesse Pinkman's like, no! Because he knows what this means. He's going to age really quick, and it's going to kill him eventually. If it's not now, it'll be soon. And he got to quit doing this to his body. It's the whole point of him being in the office now, is he can't do that stuff anymore. So then they do this amazing set piece where he's zipping through town. It's the coolest Flash-like thing I've seen, maybe ever. I don't think the Flash ones ever looked that good in those movies. It looked really cool. Gets her, brings her out to a park, drops her, walks a few feet, and then collapses on his face. And then the camera slowly pans pans toward the computer console in his apartment while he's running past it, trying to find his keys, get his shit so he can go meet him there, and he's panicking. He's just running past camera view while we slowly zoom into this shot of her crawling over to the now motionless body of him laying there. This music does not match the tone of what I saw.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We made our decision. We made our bed. We're lying in it, man.
But that and her just crying, like she's putting in a hell of a performance during that scene. It's very good, and I'm just torn up about it. And that's where it ended. That's where I'm at. So. How hard was it for you to not go, well, now I got to play the next two immediately? Really hard, because that was last night at 1 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And I was like, I got it
for you. Oh my god.
And I got a show in the morning at 9. I got to go. So I couldn't finish it. Like I say, I'll try to tonight. We have some kiddies over tonight. Some kids.
Yeah. Do savor it though, because
possibly cats, possibly children.
You'll never know. So I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I really want to get there.
Do savor it though, because the last two are the best two as well. Like, it's also the way the game succeeds is everything's better than the previous one before it. It doesn't really let you down.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, it's strong all the way through, and to hear it end stronger is even a better thing to hear. We'll still have to do dispatching, and there will be the most epic dispatching session as well. So it's fine. It's the dispatching's fine. It's the hacking I'm just tired of. I don't want to do that anymore.
I don't know if there's ever another run of hacking like what you've done.
Good.
That stands out very particular to me as the this is too much. I don't think they do that again.
Yeah.
I think the reason the Chase thing works too is that after the party breaks up, you and Chase have like a conversation. Mm-hmm. Where you, as the player, you've got to make decisions about what to say in support of her. It's like because he doesn't like her. She's trouble. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you guys are kind of the same though. And he's like, no. What's a bad guy? Always a bad guy.
Yeah.
And you're put in the role of having to change that person's mind. Mm-hmm. To try and be, and then.
His ultimate act is not to save her. It's for me. That's why it hit so hard. He's doing it for me, right?
Right.
He's
because it's the right thing to do.
Well, sure.
But on faith that you've even though he doesn't like her, you do, and he respects you. So he's kind of doing it for you.
Yeah.
But maybe he's wrong and you're right as well, a little bit to all of it. And it's like someone gives their life because it was you vouching for it, right?
Yeah.
So now you're even more invested in Invisigal turning out good.
She's gonna wreck my heart.
If he dies, because we don't know the fate at the end of the episode. It's like if he dies, then it's like, and she turns bad that he died for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna feel like a big betrayal, and you don't know how it's all gonna resolve. So. It's well written.
It's
they really
so
sort of thought
freaking
about how
good.
It would affect you.
It's so good. All the characters are so well landed. I freaking love it. I've also, who I like is Punch Up way more than I thought I would. It's a small.
I love Punch Up.
It's kind of a small role, but him just going, "Hey, I went to the thing and did this stuff," and he's just like this little bastard. He's just great.
Yeah,
I love him. I love
He's
everybody.
only punching dicks.
I don't. Yeah,
maybe one of my favorite lines in the whole thing is just somebody yelling that after they got punched right in the dick.
Oh yeah,
he's only punching dicks.
That reminds me. The only other thing my wife said, I had the audio on for part of it, and it was that where they're hanging out and eating tacos at 3 a.m. and he's over there chowing down on these tacos, and one of the girls says to Punch Up, they said, how do you punch all those penises and still eat with your hands? You even wash your hands? And he goes, I thought it tastes salty. And my wife goes, what are you watching? I'm like, it's still that cartoon you thought looked cool. I'm in here watching that.
Yeah, that's why he's called Punch Up. He punches up to the dick.
Yeah, he punches to the wiener. More than you thought. Yeah. You get to that bar scene, now you really see it. But, man, that was a hell of a scene, too. And the use of music, everything about this, it's all so good. And I really think when we get to our end-of-year stuff, haven't played some games that some are going to claim are the best, but this is up there, man. This is in my top 3.
Like, I'm not still fully sure, like, where I'm going to place things. This one really... Because it's a short thing, and maybe mechanically it's not as impressive as the other entries, but it just really made an impression.
Yeah. If the goal of
really strong impression.
For those who believe video games' goal is to be cinematic, interactive storytelling, then this is some of the best that's ever been. Like the most realization of that idea that games have ever done. I really believe that. If you're saying, but if the argument is that, well, video games are meant to be mechanical first and storytelling later, well, then maybe this isn't on that list, but it's something special regardless. And if more doesn't come out with it, or at least whatever's next from these guys has me just out of my mind excited. It's so good.
My guess is it's going to be the Critical Role game.
Yeah, probably.
Which you might put your feelers out to see,
Yeah.
If you have questions about, maybe you can find out some answers. Not that they could share them or anything.
You may not be able to, but I can always ask.
But I think the Critical Role game's coming. I think they're doing one with them. They're apparently, because I've been watching lots of interviews, like about the game too. That's the other thing, is like this is a new genre of YouTube for me. They're, I think the Critical Role people have been looking for, from what I think Travis said about it, they've been looking for good partners to make video games with, but nothing's ever fit right.
Yeah, this is
until
perfect.
These guys felt perfect, because they do it's like D&D. You make choices and then there's outcomes, and that's there's plenty of games I think that do the whole, we do dice rolls and we have stats and here's your items, and I just don't think that fits with like the kind of goofy nature of Crit Role.
Well, and these guys clearly have storytelling chops, so does Critical Role.
Yeah.
You bring those two things together, and you've got presentation and production value that is off the frickin' charts. That runs on
a very supportive of art, like the artists in their community. Like they always have that segment where they show off what people in the community are doing. There's a really big, it's a big aspect to what they
absolutely
are.
I love it.
So I think the plan, from what I understand, is like there's going to be a Critical Role game, and they're doing a season 2 of Dispatch. So hopefully it's not 6 years. That's the one sort of sad thing about this game. 6 years to make, over in 10 hours. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like,
so hopefully, because they sold, was it 2 million, I think now?
Yeah.
Hopefully they have a lot of money, and they've laid a lot of the tech debt is like paid, in terms of they just need to do new animation and the same engine. Like a lot of it's asset generation and writing, and not technological, so they can maybe hopefully put out a game quicker. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I hope so. I'm very excited about the future.
But I think they're going to do more. But I think you haven't played it to the end, but I think it stands, even if there was never any more, it stands alone as a good story.
Yeah, for sure. So if we haven't recommended it enough, play Dispatch. Holy shit, this game.
John, we didn't ever ask you, like, were you a Vizzy? Like, did you lean Vizzy, or did you go more blonde?
I don't want to get into where I ultimately end up, because I feel like that goes into stuff that Scott has not played.
Okay.
So I'll kind of talk about that when we get to it. But I will say that at least in terms of what Scott played, I went to the movies as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
all right.
I saw what's her name's nipple. So that's something.
Hey, that's a good one to talk about. Did you tell her about it?
I did.
What did you say?
I told her that I could.
Her areola show?
Yeah, I was like, you're just. I think I did the most subtle one, and he was pretty subtle about it. He's like, I
didn't do the subtle one, and she's like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that areola out loud. And I'm like, and my response was like, well, you haven't listened to Core, because I'm pretty sure he said that 50 times.
Yeah. And he goes, it's just a little tone shift. And she's like, I'm sorry, but 0 tone shift is all I can handle, or whatever it was. It was a great little conversation. I just don't think I'm Corpo Lady. I think I'm dirty street rat invisible girl who I can help.
Yeah, well,
and
I've definitely I kissed her the first episode.
I did too.
But then I saw she was in a relationship, and even though they broke up, I'm like still kind of. I mean, I wasn't sure how much it'd be like reboundy or whatever, and then Vizzy just kind of. I mean, she's hard to ignore.
Yeah.
Just like I think. Did you guys talk about jacking off in the Mecha Man suit yet?
Yeah. No, but it happened in the game. Yeah. That happened.
Yeah.
I
So
thought
like,
you just meant broadly speaking.
No. There's a conversation about that, and it's just stuff like that. Like I'm just like, I respond too much better than I don't know if I'm feeling a little insecure. I'm like, okay, well, cool.
Yeah. I liked I want to tell you about two story bumps that made me laugh out loud. My wife had to say, "Are you all right in there?" And I'm not used to laughing at video games like at all. Video games don't make me laugh usually. This game's made me laugh many times, but in particular when he first goes outside to talk to Phenomena Man, who's laying on the car all depressed.
Yep,
and it's like steaming and the lights are blinking. It's a piece, they've ruined it. And he walks out and he goes, that, and it's Pinkman who makes the line. Robert, he says, that's going to be the weirdest insurance claim ever or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was so well timed and so visually timed that I laughed out loud at that. And then when she's at the warehouse trying to get the thing and I'm doing the hacking in between and there's all these villains / other heroes fighting her or whatever they're all, the Hawkman guy kept coming around and flying and stuff. There was one guy who had like green neon in his black suit. I don't know what his powers even were, but everything he said was funny.
Oh yeah, the delivery on his line was, "Everybody after invisibility. She looks like she knows something we don't.
She looks like she knows something. She knows something."
It was really funny.
There's something about
really
his delivery that was
delivery.
out of nowhere too, just out of left field. Laughing my ass off. I had to pause it. That guy
I
made
think
me
one
laugh.
of my favorite lines in the game is when, what's her name? Why can't I think of the character name? The one who has light powers.
Oh, Prism.
Prism.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't think of.
I'm gonna teach you how to make a pancake.
When Prism in the bar fight flashes that dude and he goes, she temporarily blinded me, and she goes, "What do you mean temporarily, bitch? You're blind forever." I was like,
that was good.
Made me laugh so hard. Oh, it was so funny.
There's lots of great stuff like that, and
it is a genuinely funny game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I am looking forward to when we can do talk about the full scope experience, which I still maintain maybe we should just do as its own thing.
Yeah.
But this did remind me, Scott, I do need to ask you.
Yeah.
Did you make love to Phenomena Man?
No. Was there an opportunity to do that?
There was.
When? Because I would have said no matter what.
So
but what was
there
it?
is a part where he gets insecure and tells you that he wonders if Blonde Blazer met somebody else, and you have the opportunity to say that you kissed her, and that's and he will then pick up Robert and kiss him on the lips.
Oh, I didn't. I said no. I didn't. I denied it.
And he will test to see if you're a good kisser or not. And then you find out that he believes embraces is called making love, like strong embraces.
Oh.
That's making love.
No, now I kind of wish I had told the truth. I didn't fib, but I kind of avoided it. It was omission.
Yeah, if you tell him you kissed Blonde Blazer, assuming you did, he will pick you up, kiss Robert, and be like, "I now believe that she did not leave me because of your kissing." Like,
that's hilarious. I didn't see that.
good.
I can tell you also that if I could have a real life best friend like Royd, I would do it in a heartbeat. I want Royd.
Oh yeah, brother.
He's great.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's nobody I don't like except that stupid bat, and I kicked him out forever ago, so everything's fine.
Oh, he was fine.
I know.
I like his
so
explanation
mean.
of why he called Royd, like you got Royd.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's supposed to be steroids, right?
Yeah.
He's like, no. There's like 4 guys in the office named Roy, so I thought I'd just call myself Royd, and it's like, you got Royd.
Yeah. And it's got a Y in it, so he spells it a little different. He's awesome. He's got your back everywhere you go. Love that guy.
He does.
Well, I think that ends our spoilers. So this music you hear right here.
Should we shut it down? Get rid of.
Yep, let's turn it down. Music goes off. Look at that fading out. The Baron off
Get
the
rid
screen.
of that Baron.
Hello, everybody. Come on back in. If you paused or muted us for the last, gosh, that was almost half hour. So there you go. Dispatch.
Game's
Awesome
good.
game.
It's worth it.
I will now tell you about another game that I am so sad I slept on, but really glad I'm playing now, and that is the run-through I'm doing with my daughter Carter in the game Split Fiction, which for a lot of people is on their list of top games of the year, made by the
The swearing guy.
the swearing guy. Yeah.
But not Swery. There is a developer named Swery. We're not talking about him.
No, and these games aren't particularly sweary, which is funny. You'd think that guy would make his games more sweary,
But this is by the people who made It Takes Two and that one where
One Way Out or
Brothers and
Brothers.
not No Way Out, A Way Out, I think.
A Way Out.
Yeah. And it's in line with what they make. They make games where you co-op with a friend and do insane adventures where you need you both working on stuff to get it done. And in this one, the conceit is you are a couple of writers. These two ladies are writing a book each. One is a sci-fi novel. The other is a fantasy novel. And they go to a place that's going to, it's weird, but they're going to basically extract your ideas and try to fully realize them and see which ones sell the most or something like that. And it all breaks because you end up getting stuck in these worlds. And right now, this video is me and Carter playing. This is from our stream. And her and I are in the sci-fi world right now. We're playing these sort of ninja space people. And, this whole part right here gets so crazy. Anyway, we're in this like cyberpunk futuristic city, trying to go through these like air highways. And the puzzles are insane. The action's crazy. The bosses are absolutely wild. It is a very cool video game and outdoes their previous efforts, which were also very cool by like a long shot. And we're only 2.5 hours in. We're going to keep going. But it's already better than what was already an excellent game with like It Takes Two, for example. Just wild stuff. And this is the sci-fi side. There's a whole, let's see if I can jump to it. There's all these fantasy segments where you're running away from ogres and stuff. Let's see. Is this one? Nope. That's sci-fi.
That looks sci-fi.
Here's one where you get to be a hot dog.
Well, there you go.
But you start as these pigs. And you're in a story one of the girls wrote when she was a kid. So it's super cute and goofy. But you become hot dogs and then people eat you.
Oh.
It's amazing. It's just this
Do
little
we need
sequence.
to put the spoiler baron back on?
No, it's not like anything like that.
Spoiler bear.
He is the spoiler baron. I think that's the name. Anyway, it's this weird game, but so much. I haven't had this much fun this year in any game where we're just talking about pure mechanical joy of it. This is the most fun I've had in a very long time. And,
I have heard nothing but phenomenal things from people who have played this game, and
Phenomenal man.
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
It seems really cool. I have it. It's finding my wife finding time to play this with me because
You want to play it with someone.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I think you have to. I don't think there's even a way to play it solo.
But they
if you
do
wanted
that
to.
thing where only one person has to own the game, which is really nice. I really respect that there's a game company that like made a game where it would be really easy to go, haha, you have to buy it twice, suckers.
Yeah.
And they do it in a way where you only have to buy the game one time, even if you're playing on two separate machines.
Yep. Which is how we're doing it. We're just playing on the Game Pass, the Friend Pass, they call it, for Carter, and then I own the main one, and then, here we are being hot dogs. The entire hot dog sequence is a freaking riot. I paused here because I was laughing so hard. That's why it's paused. Anyway, it was so much fun. I can't wait to keep going. It's just inventive. I don't know how you make a game like this. I don't know how you design this shit. It's
They
insane.
seem to keep doing it. It seems
Yeah.
to be their methodology.
It's crazy at what they do, and I'm having a ball. So more on that as I get further into it, but expect that to be talked about at the end of the year as well. And then when I needed to shut my brain off here and there, I even did a stream. I think John stopped by for part of it. Played some.
I did.
Played some of this PowerWash Simulator 2 business, which I've been playing on and off since it came out.
Oh, shit.
It made me want the game a lot more. Like, I'll tell you what did it for me, and maybe I'll mention it here, and because you've talked about this game before.
Yeah.
Maybe this will
Quite a bit.
Maybe this will put people on to, like, where's somebody else who liked PowerWash Simulator. I did like it.
Yeah.
But what would make me go, oh, you know what? Maybe I should get the sequel was I thought the idea of interactivity within the world seemed really cool. So what I saw was I showed up and you were cleaning like one of those carnival games where you either, like shoot bullets or spray water at targets, while the thing's running. And when you would spray objects in there, the world would interact as if you were playing the game. You know, like something would spin, or it would make something happen in the world, or something would drop down. And just that level of interactivity, I thought was really, really neat that they've added. That it's not just you're sitting there washing, but like you can actually do things within the world too, to a small degree. It's not like everything is interactive.
There's some stuff that is static, some levels or whatever, but like this one you're talking about is like a shooting gallery, and you can hit the targets with your sprayer. You can enact things with other objects that you have to spray them to get them to do a thing, to expose a dirty part I haven't cleaned yet. So there's some of it is actually required to finish jobs, is to figure out what I need to activate or poke or touch or whatever. So you're right about that stuff. And the first game didn't really have that at all. It was a lot of static stuff, and you just had to clean it. This one's like, hey, all this stuff's moving, and you're controlling it. And at the end of the day, the core mechanic is still let's clean everything. And there's still something very satisfying about spray washing, and this new tool I'm using here is a real big deal. Here I am cleaning a spaceship that'll actually move if you hit the target on it. But anyway, it is great. And it's also just got, I've talked about it before a little bit, but they have these great quality of life things they've added, like when I'm near done, it will start giving me some generalized targets of places I've missed, like a little speck somewhere that I didn't get. So you're not hunting around like a freak for hours trying to find little teeny spots out of nowhere. It also has a list of all the things that you had to clean or did clean or will clean. And it's just a better game than the first game in just about every way. And I'm having a ball. So plays great on Steam Deck. Been playing on PC, jump back and forth. And whenever I need to just park my brain and goof off and talk to the chat, this thing has been perfect for that. So, PowerWash Simulator 2. If I have a category for best chore core of 2025, this will probably be it. I'll spoil it now. All right. I opened up Escape Simulator 2 because I heard that was also good. I played the first one and loved it. It's getting killer reviews, so I can't say much except I installed it and launched it. It looks nice. I will be playing that soon, so watch for that. And a little more Guild Wars 2 this week. John, pretty much, you say you're done with Cyberpunk 2077, except for the Phantom Liberty business, I guess, right?
Yeah, I've slowly cleared pretty much everything you can clear off of the map outside of Dogtown. So I've been playing so much Cyberpunk. There's very little Cyberpunk left to do, and now I'm moving on to doing some Phantom Liberty stuff. Which I have actually heard that there are actually some cool things that can pop up in the main game, like stuff that they recorded additional dialogue for and additional options for if you do the Phantom Liberty stuff early and then go back and do some of the original Cyberpunk stuff. Like there's different dialogues that assume you have done whatever went down in Dogtown. So that's an interesting thing, but I didn't do that this time. I saved it all for the end, for whatever reason. And still having a lot of fun with Cyberpunk 2077, but I've been talking about that for like a month. So I don't really have anything new to say on that, except that I'm moving on to Phantom Liberty and I'm hanging out with Idris Elba now. So
nice. Well, he's great. We like him.
That's where we're at.
Awesome.
I did play new stuff this week, though. One very new thing, because it came out just a couple days ago. I played Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is one of those beat-em-up brawler games from the people who did Shredder's Revenge. And I really, really like this game.
Nice.
I will put a small little caveat on this and say, I used to have a saying around like Star Wars games that anytime it has the Star Wars property, assume I'm adding a couple stars that you might not add yourself if you don't like Star Wars. Maybe a similar thing happening here with superheroes, because this is scratching a very specific era of like 90s superheroes. Like in its aesthetic, like even to the degree of the Wolverine in the game is voiced by the same guy who did it in X-Men 97.
Oh, wow.
It's the original VO for him. I think it's the same for Storm. So there's a lot of nostalgia being mined here, and even in the style of the artwork, it looks like, these all look like they could have been on 90s Fleer Ultra cards, which I collected. So it really is, it's hitting a very specific level of nostalgia for me, even though it does contain characters and stuff that have come out since then. Like Cosmic Ghost Rider is one of the characters in here. That is certainly a more recent invention in Marvel Comics.
I love him. He's cool.
So it has a cool roster, though. Some stuff that you would definitely know and expect. You got Captain America, you got Spider-Man, but it also has some weird cuts in there. Like I said, Cosmic Ghost Rider, not one you would typically expect to see. There's no Thor. Instead, you get Beta Ray Bill, which is really cool.
Yep.
So there's a lot of interesting choices here. It definitely has a lot of fondness for your old Marvel vs. Capcom fighting games, to where some of the alternate palette swaps that you can do for your characters are straight up. They look exactly like the color schemes that were used in some of those old Marvel vs. Capcom games, like super kind of bright blue Venom. I'm still a particularly big fan of. I love how that looked.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
So like that's in there, but it's also got a lot of, deep Marvel cuts as well. One of Spider-Man's immediate alternate costumes is a black and red variant, which I believe is intended to be a reference to Superior Spider-Man. But that also has its roots in some of the old ways he used to be drawn. And even, you could say some of the Tom Holland movies had a black and red aesthetic. So it's really cool that it hits on all that nostalgia. Now, this is still just a straight up beat 'em up for the most part. If you don't like that style of video game and you don't have that nostalgia, I don't think there's anything in this game that's going to make you go, well, this really changed things. It's not like I talked about a couple weeks ago, Absalom, which is basically a beat 'em up brawler mixed with Hades. That's kind of doing something really different and really new with the genre. No. This is still kind of that. There is a campaign mode where you go through, it tells a story. There are challenges that encourage you to pick certain characters, but you can kind of pick whichever character you want, assuming you've unlocked them. You will unlock all the characters over the course of that campaign. Then there is an arcade mode, which is basically just playing through the campaign again, but with a token system where it's like you got so many credits, right, that you can use. Yep. And you're not doing anything beyond that. So once you beat it, which I did, by the way, it is not a very long game. It is about it's about 3 hours to beat the campaign, I would say, because in theory, in the arcade mode, there's no like save and quit. Like the arcade mode's kind of designed to just sit there and play through. I've got about 6 hours in the game. I think some of that is replaying and doing additional things. That's not all
is the arcade mode
campaign.
Just the campaign, but on like limited lives and go straight through?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and
okay.
you can apply some modifiers to it as well. Okay. So we had a very similar thing. Bo and I and a couple other people played the Ninja Turtles game. And we got done with it. We finished it. And when it was done with Shredder's Revenge, we were like, all right, we did it. Yeah. And like, that was kind of it. It was like, that was a good time. We had a really good time. So this is kind of in that same boat. There's really not a ton of replayability beyond like, well, now, let's bring in our friends and let's goof around and have a good time together. The thing that I think this game does that is kind of new, that kind of touches on, wow, this is kind of genre changing, is you don't pick one character to play, you actually pick two. And the game uses a tagging system. So let's say you pick Spider-Man and Venom. By default, you're running around as Spider-Man. At a push of a button, I can tag in Venom, and he can come in and take over, and now I'm going to play Venom, which has very different moves than Spider-Man. So, for example, Spider-Man is a very agile character, so when you hit B, he dodges. When you press B on Venom, he blocks and can do a parry. And Spider-Man, weirdly, even though he's a web slinger, has a really hard time with aerial enemies. Venom has a attack plus jump that gets him into the air and takes out aerial enemies a lot easier. So you can kind of build a team around that, like who's strong at this, and build a cool team that you really like. And that's a fun thing to play with. It also makes playing by yourself a lot more interesting because you're not just like, well, I'm one character and I press X a bunch and then I eventually win.
Good point.
Like there is a strategy. And if somebody's taking too much damage, you switch them out and you get the life bar of somebody else and you get a little more time to go. And, there's an element of strategy to it. I have not played this game multiplayer yet, but I did watch some footage of it. It feels like if you got 2 people playing this game together, seems like a real solid experience.
Oh, I'll bet.
If you got 3 people together, seems a little chaotic.
Yeah, 4
If
would
you got
be the death
4
of me.
people together, good. You're not going to have any difficulty. It's not going to be hard at all. And it is going to be chaos and just take guesses as to what's happening. It's really chaotic with 4 people. But it allows you to do that. I mean, when you're at 4 people, that's essentially 8 characters that you've got on the field, essentially. So it's kind of nuts, but it seems like a really good time. Whether you think it's worth I think the biggest criticism I've seen of the game is that it costs too much. And I think that's maybe fair, depending on how much you're going to get out of it.
$30 US, right? Yeah.
Sorry, I had to cough.
No,
right
you're
then,
totally
but
fine. I feel like 19 or like 20 would have been a sweet spot, but I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like it's a little bit on the high side, especially because this is a game where it's like if you want to play it with somebody else, you have to tell them to go pay the money for that as well. So, but again, for me specifically, like I adore this era of comic book characters, this style, all of this I love. For me, $30 was more than fair for me.
Sure. Yeah, if you're that
But
level of fan, but I get it.
Not everybody's going to feel that way.
Sure.
And I do like how distinctly different all the characters feel. You'll definitely play through all of them and go, oh, I really like this character. I'm not a biggest fan of this character. And, I think Silver Surfer is insane. Like one of the most fun characters to play, plays completely different than anybody else.
Yeah,
But,
doesn't even walk, does he? He's always on his on his board. I assume.
yeah, I think he is always on his board.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think.
it fundamentally
Even when he's
different.
on the ground. Yeah, there are characters that fly, there are characters that don't. But yeah, it's super cool. I
Oh,
really
chat
had a lot of
reminds
fun
us it
with
is on
this.
Game Pass also. So if you have Game Pass, you can play this game without.
No, yeah, well, you just got it.
Yeah, you just have it.
Cool.
Part of your deal if you're still paying for that thing.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
not. So I
yeah.
paid $30 for this
There,
game.
there you go. You also, I know I talked about it on the show before. I some sort of short reviewed Shinobi Art of Vengeance, but I am so excited to hear what you think of this game because it's rad.
Yeah, let me tell you about Shinobi Art of Vengeance. This game came out weirdly at a time where a lot of people were, because it came out really close to that Ninja Gaiden game,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
What
Same
was it
week
called?
or week or
Rage
part.
Bound. Ninja Gaiden Rage
Ragebound.
Bound.
Right.
And for whatever reason, Ragebound is what I got and is what I played, and I thought it was great. Thought it seemed really good.
Yep.
And then I was like, I don't need to play another Ninja game, I guess. Boy, did I mess up. In fact, I'm watching this video that you're sharing, and
Yeah.
it said the sleeper hit of the year. That might be true. This game is legitimately really awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's
And I am
great.
kind of shocked that more people didn't talk about this game and didn't make a big deal about this game, because this game is super cool. This game really is really on a different level.
I think it showed up.
artistically-
I think it showed up the other game. Like it made
It
the other
did.
game be less. And that other game is great. No doubt
I'm
about
not
it.
trying to make some bold statement here. It's just even though I have a bigger hard drive now on the new computer, it's not really an issue anymore. I still live in a very limited hard drive space world where I uninstall games the moment I'm like, I don't think I'm going to play this anytime soon. It gets deleted. I played this game and I was like, well, I can uninstall Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Yeah, it's a better game in the genre that it's in. It's just better, and it's also less afraid to just go a little bit nuts. Like there's some wild shit in this game.
There is some bizarre stuff. This game is not afraid to be stupid at times, which I do really like.
Yeah.
Like your big enemy is called the Any Corporation. Sometimes they say ENE, but like sometimes they just call it Any, which is like a real statement in and of itself. The villain is Any Corporation. This game puts soldiers shooting bullets at you. Your character never speaks. They just do like the 3 dots, but people react as if he's talking. So like there'll be times where they're like, Joe, is that you? Can you hear me? Also, his name's Joe.
Yeah.
But like they're like, Joe, can you hear me? And it's just like 3 dots, and you just, Yes, that's a good point. You are coming through crystal clear on my end.
I love that stuff.
It's so dumb, but I absolutely love it. I love how dumb it's willing to be. I have fought, weird gorilla demons. I fought robots. I went through a lantern festival. There are people that are throwing the Castlevania axe at me. Like in the exact same arc and style of it. It's like this game is just not afraid to be stupid sometimes. But then it's also one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Like it is breathtakingly gorgeous.
And the combat's a blast. It feels so good, so smooth. The animation style looks hand drawn on everywhere. It's beautiful. You want to put your OLED Steam Deck into full use. This thing is beautiful on there, gorgeous on an OLED screen. Just colorful as hell, weird, almost like old Sega weird, which is exactly what I wanted, I think, out of a game like this. I'm glad you were playing it. They're making me want to fire it up again.
Oh, it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. And what got me to do it is I was like, what are games people are talking about for like game of the year that I haven't played that there's a decent chance that I might play? Because as I was working on my game of the year picks, I was trying to do like my top 10, and I realized that while this has been a very good year, a lot of me saying that is broadly speaking, not necessarily for me. And I'm thinking about like, well, what's my personal list? And by the time I was getting to about the 10th spot, I was like, really? Is this what's going to land here? It kind of feels like I'm putting something on here by default instead of actually liking it. Yeah. So let me go out there and see like what else is out there that people have talked about that I feel like I should try. And this is one of the first things I saw where people are like, man, everybody slept on Shinobi. It is so good. It should have been in the game of the year discussions for sure. And I was like, well, let me try it. Man, maybe it should have been.
Maybe it will be for us.
Really crazy good. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I haven't gotten too far. I've gotten, I think, 2 bosses down. I think I'm on like the 3rd stage, not counting a bonus stage that was pretty cool. And that's about where I'm at. But yeah, I really like that game.
Yeah, it's cool. It does the legacy of the Shinobi games really strong, I think. So, good job, Sega, with this one. Hey, Bo.
I should play that too. I was gifted, I think, by Shatterproof. Somebody gifted it. I don't want to say who.
Yeah, this might have been. I think maybe mine was gifted by him too. I think it was.
I am sleeping on it currently, so
don't sleep on it.
Need to fix that.
Yeah, wake up on it.
Wake the F up.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance was
CyberPunk.
A gift to me from Poppin' Fresh.
Oh, it might have been Poppin' Fresh.
Oh, Poppin' Fresh. Yeah, that's probably. I think this was a 3-host deal. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's great, and it's just in a year of busy, full of titles and lots of games. It deserves more. So check it out.
I might have that in my mail to Shinobi.
Bo, while you're looking for that,
it was Poppin' Fresh.
It was Poppin' Fresh. All right, yeah. Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt continues in Bo's land. What's going on?
All right, let's talk about some Witcher, everybody. I didn't say much last week because I was just starting it up, but I have played a lot of hours. In fact, every day when I'm done working or done whatever I got to do, it's Witcher time. And okay, can I just say this game's 11 years old now? By the way, if you want to feel old,
yeah, it is.
Let me just say this: this game could have come out this year and have just been maybe even game of the year. Like this thing holds up like crazy. Like it's actually insane. Like you can tell a little bit maybe that we've developed a bit on facial animations. And the game did have a 4.0 with a huge next gen update, which was pretty recent, like in the past year or two, I think.
Yeah, I haven't checked
So it's
it
got
out.
ray tracing.
Yeah.
So the game is just gore. Like it looks better than it did before. So it just looks great. And the writing's amazing. And like, yeah, I'm playing through the game again a third time. But there's been enough time now where I don't remember a lot of it, so it's still feeling pretty fresh. But I did White Orchard, and I've got to Villain. I've done all the Bloody Baron stuff and the Crookback Bog with the Crones. Although I think there's still more to do with the Crones, but I reunited the Stringers, the Bloody Baron's family, basically. And now I'm doing Novigrad. I'm looking for Whoreson Jr. You remember Whoreson? A guy whose name is Whoreson.
Yep.
I'm looking for Whoreson Jr.
Yeah.
and Dandelion, and there's this Priscilla Bard that I think I'm going to go do. If I remember correctly, there's a whole mummer troop thing to do. This game is like amazing. Almost like if it wasn't such an old game and I hadn't already played, it's almost like Game of the Year.
Well, haven't we? We've sometimes do a old game I played again, or
yeah, like I'm definitely
I can
not going
tell you it is on the list for Game of the Year is best non 2025 game of 2025.
Excellent.
Yeah. But it's just the story's so good. Like I don't really know that I have a lot to say except like the graphical overhaul is legit. I think the game looks fantastic. Like the RTX and because it's like an older game, like the RTX, everything just works for me. Usually RTX is kind of a, I got to put frame generation on, but I'm able to put it on quality and I don't see like ghosting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just the sunlight, like it's crazy, like just how much the lighting affects the illumination in the rooms and stuff. And it's good. I'm playing Ton of Witcher, man. It's just like, it's amazing. And I'm like, oh man, I got to make sure to finish it this time. Like I have a real commitment to playing this game because I don't want to play again for 50 hours and then fail to finish it because I'm excited for 4.
How far did you get in the past? Like, have you done Blood and Wine and any of that?
No,
stuff?
0 Blood and Wine, 0 Heart of Stone. Yeah, and so where I got to was in the main campaign. I kind of got sidetracked doing all the side missions, like all the little points of interest.
Yeah.
So I pretty much, I think, finished or got really deep on Vel and Novigrad. I did a ton of Ard Skellige, but I stopped around there, and 7 years went by, and it's like, so I remember doing something to go to a castle somewhere, but it's all it's foggy enough that like it's still a pleasure to play it again, where I feel like, oh, I vaguely remember this, but I'm still like enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
There's just some they're really good at creating those like moments, like it's like in Cyberpunk as well, where it's just you're investigating a corpse and saying like, bones are broken, looks like they're torn, must be claws. I smell lilacs and gooseberries.
Yeah,
just like that whole. It like because we live in a post Netflix Witcher TV series, and it's just so much. It's so like starkly better than the TV show, like the experience of playing the game version.
yeah.
Because you're there and you're making those decisions, and they're all depressing. There's this like mob of 4 people killing this other poor guy, and you can choose to be like, none of my business, and they kill him and they give you money, or you can kill him and you can kill the gang. And he's like, why did you save me, man? And you're just like, I don't like lynch mobs. And he's like, okay. And then he runs off, and then he joins a bandit troop, and you end up killing him anyways, or something like that. It's just like, like the world is so. I forgot just like how, cynical and depressing that sort of fictional world is. But because you play a role in choosing the outcomes for people, and often it's disappointing, and the dispassion with which Geralt's just like, okay, they're like, oh my god, there's a ghost out here, we have to get rid of the ghost. He's like, can we just get on with seeing the ghost so I can kill it?
What kind of ghost?
Yeah. He's like, please stop embellishing, just tell me the facts, because I want to kill your ghost and get out of here because I have a life. But like for a human, it's like, oh my god, there's a ghost. It's the most important thing, and you're just like dispassionately like, okay, I don't know, it's just a real vibe.
Yeah, it's so good.
So I've been enjoying it, and the game looks great. And like I said, like this game, it's also on sale right now. I think till December. Maybe today's the last day. for like $5 again.
Oh,
So that's also the other embarrassing thing is like this game is incredible, and without the expansion, I guess if you want everything, it's $13 Canadian, but it's only $6 to buy the base game until 11 December. I'm like, that is the best $6 you'll spend this year if you've never played Witcher before.
oh yeah,
And like RPGs, like it doesn't get better than that. So
yeah.
anyway,
I agree. You're making me want to play it again. Every time you guys talk about anything, I want to play it again. What's going on?
I
there?
know. I'm in the same boat. I'm like, oh, I should get back to The Witcher.
Yeah.
I love that world so much.
did you guys finish it? I just assume you guys.
I
Yeah.
beat the main game, but I never beat the wine and
Blood and
song
Wine.
and blood and
Oh,
wine.
Blood and Wine is so good, you guys.
I keep
it's
hearing-
so good.
No.
Apparently, it's better than the base game. So I'm like, okay.
I mean, in some ways, it's just the opposite. It's like all of The Witcher 3 is about people that are just like, they live in a world of monsters and they're just the most miserable people that you will ever meet. And, you know, maybe justifiably so, but they're just like, oh, I've got scabies and now monsters in my backyard and my wife's dead. And it's just sad all the time. And then you go to Blood and Wine and everyone you meet is like, a monster! We are knights! We are off to vanquish it!
Yeah.
Go! And they all charge forward and they're just excited about it. And they're
yeah,
all...
that has to do a lot to do with Velen and Novigrad are like the cyberpunk cynical continent,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, like other countries are maybe not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm
great.
looking forward to it.
super
And
fantasy.
It's still a
It's
pleasure.
really
Like
good.
even though it's dour, it's still a pleasure to be in the world. Like Geralt's like hilarious.
Oh no, he's the best. I love him, and I love Yennefer, but for different reasons. Hubba hubba.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm having that problem right now. That's the only maybe mild complaint is like I kind of like Triss, but it feels wrong to.
Yeah.
It feels like the game wants you to you know. It feels like a canonical story, even though it's like you're the player, and I just always feel like a dick to Geralt when I'm like, you know, romancing
Yeah.
Triss. But I kind of like Triss better.
Yeah, Triss is I think is a better person.
Well, yeah, but I think I just kind of like her vibe too. You know, just not even a better person, but she's like positive and hopeful and tries to help people. And Yennefer's like, oh, Geralt, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, all right, whatever.
She's a little highfalutin. She's a little nicer in
Yeah.
the series, but she's
You know who does the voice of Yennefer, right?
that's Jennifer, or Shepherd lady,
Hale?
Lady Shep.
No.
Frail?
You know, in
I don't
Andor, the Imperial Intelligence lady?
Oh, the tall. She's awesome. Loved her.
Yeah,
in that.
that's Yennefer.
Really.
Imperial Intelligence lady.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
the kind of
the
one. That's,
ISB agent.
Yeah.
What's her name? Is it Deirdre?
Oh,
Is that her name?
Deidre.
yeah,
Deidre?
Deirdre.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Her.
I think
She's great.
She's Yennefer.
Okay, I like-
Deidre Marrow is her name and the character's name. It's
Well, now-
Dennis Gaw.
Well, now I like her
Gog?
more. Now I like Yennefer even more. So take that.
So there you go.
Game crush. All right, well done.
Game
Yeah, I mean, she's
Game
awesome.
crush.
But yeah, I don't know. I just Triss's vibe is way more up my alley. But I'm having a great time. It's good, and I barely touched anything else because it's so good.
You
I
did
did
play
play
Noobs Are
some of
Coming. How's this? I want to play this.
So I was waiting for multiplayer to start on Sunday, and I was just browsing around Steam, and I saw this game, and the title is what sold me. It's called Noobs Are Coming, and so you're the boss, and it's like Vampire Survivors, but instead of fighting monsters, you fight the noob raid team.
It's basically Brotato with a story, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And you can sync it up to your Twitch chat. So the things that the heroes, like the heroes will just say things like, this team is trash and, get out of the fire. Like they have generic like lines that are kind of funny jokes and memes and in raid MMO talk. But it will actually, the tougher monsters will have usernames and it'll pull usernames from your Twitch chat and it'll pull the chats from the Twitch chat. Like somebody writes like, I hate Transformers. And I was like, what? And then I went to go kill him because that was somebody in the chat who wrote that. So, but it's essentially a Survivor's like, except like you're only in there for the level for like 30 seconds to a minute. And then you got to survive different waves and you get like boss mechanics.
Yeah, it's just
Kind of.
it's really not.
It's a $5 game, just to put it in perspective. You know, it's
like Brotato. For those who've played
you
Brotato,
just said Witcher was a $5 game.
Well-
So what are we doing?
yeah, exactly. No, seriously, it is kind of messed up.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
yeah, I'm
But,
playing this. I'm getting this shit.
But this was just it was just funny. Someone in chat bought it for me. I believe it was Crazy Kane. I was just like, oh, this looks hilarious, but I didn't even know if I want to spend $5. The next thing I knew, boop, it got gifted. So I was like, cool.
Yeah, I'm getting this today.
So I played it with the chat, and it was a fun little thing. You know, I'm not 100% sure how much I'd recommend it. It is a survivor's like, but it was funny for the amount I played, and who knows, might play it again. Seems to be lots of options. I think people really dug the interactivity of it, where they could type and stuff.
Yeah, I really like what Brotato brought to the table. This seems to be like more of that, and then but with the uniqueness of like these are adventurers trying to kill you, the boss. I don't know why that sings to me, but it sings a little song to me, so I want to get it.
Yeah.
Real quick can I ask you guys if either of you picked up Demeo X Dungeons and Dragons, that thing? Did anyone pick that up besides me?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm grabbing that.
I guess you need some people to play with, probably.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I'm going to play it regardless, but I'm just curious if. Yeah, it's just. Curious.
I'd be willing to, if we set up a play date, I'll buy it if we can make time to play it. But like after payday, after core.
Yeah. I like some, which should be tomorrow, by the way. But I like the what was I trying to say? I like Demeo as it is, but the idea of some D&D sauce in there, is interesting to me. So
I think it's also like it's kind of hard to trust the critical feedback on it because I don't think a lot of people are going to be. You know, when 1 million people buy a game and there's a general consensus, you know, it's a kind of okay weather vane for a game. But I think like it's only got 500 reviews.
Yeah.
You know, and I already know Demeo's not a flavor for everybody because this isn't going to be D&D. Demeo does things the Demeo way.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is one to have an opinion on. I'd have to play it myself.
Right.
And it does look kind of cool. So like I don't want to play it solo. So if we can get some multiplayer going, I'd happily play it.
Yeah. They're going to tweak, I guess the developers are talking about something about the way you do your hirelings. So if you're playing solo, there's a lot of people that play this stuff solo. They want to be able to have a more robust hireling system so that people, your team with you, have them be more dynamically uploading or upgrading without you having to micromanage them so much. And apparently they've listened to that feedback and that's coming. So there's a lot going on with it. I really like this team. They've always been really like reach out and talk to the community kinds. And I had
this is
a blast.
VR supported game, which I'm going to try and play in VR if I can.
That's the other thing I like is this is, instead of there being two versions of Demeo, this is one version of Demeo standalone. You don't need the previous game to play it. And it's cheaper by $10. And you can play it on just flat screen Steam or VR. Like it's just built in to do it. And I like that a lot. I think that's cool. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm into it. So
I have it. If anyone else gets it, let me know and we'll play.
Sounds good.
Okay. Tell me about Jump Space. What'd you do in there?
Sorry, I was watching trailers. I forgot I had this job to do. Yeah, so Jump Space, still fun. I don't have anything new to add, except I think everyone's starting to finally get comfortable with the game. And, you know, we still failed horribly on a mission where the ship blew up in a pile of smoke, but it's fun. It's a good time.
Did you get Mike to play? Is he in?
Yeah. He's everyone, I think, in the long run, now that we were over the differences, likes this game better than Void Crew, just because it is a little more actiony and exciting to play.
Yeah.
You know, even if, you know, there's stuff we like about Void Crew, it pretty much has all the same things, except no one has to specialize. Like, who wants to pilot? Okay, you can pilot. But in Void Crew, it's like you have a tech tree, and like just out of habit, you tend to be good at a role and stick to the role. Where this is like very, very loosey goosey. Like, who's closest to the guns? Okay, you're the gunner. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right. Well,
and,
I still want to kind of play that.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, I have an open invite for both of you, basically. There was some chatter. Pepperoni Pete's like got some work he's got to get done, so he won't be able to play a few Sundays. So we'll have an open slot.
Freaking Pepperoni Pete, man.
I just don't know if it's 4 max, because I think Void Crew is actually not 4 max. I always feel bad inviting one person and not inviting everybody, but I know you expressed interest in it. So
it's 4. It maxes at 4, you're saying? Or is it 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's 4. No, it's 4 max. I just sometimes Void Crew is like 6 max. I just don't know if this is a 6 max or not.
Okay.
No, it's 1 to 4 players. Yeah, it sucks. I hate, Anyways, but regardless, there's an open seat.
Probably a mod coming,
but
they always do mods for that.
Maybe it's still in early access, so I think we're not. I don't know if the mods are going to start rolling out yet.
I know Repo's got a way to bump it up to 16 players or something like that. Some crazy thing. Anyways,
Repo is 6 players. Yeah. Or it goes up to 16.
Well, it's a mod, but you have to configure it and do all that.
It's still crazy 6 in that game.
Oh, it'd be insane.
I don't know what you do with 16 players.
Yeah, it'd be insane.
Because you can fail state in that game if people destroy too many of the items. I'm sure you'd have with 16 players, your idiot to good player ratio definitely goes up, right?
Yeah. Sounds right to me.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I might ping you. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend. Maybe next weekend. We'll see. I'll talk to Pepperoni.
All right.
Do you own the game, by the way?
I don't, but I've been hovering over for weeks.
We'll get
now.
it for you. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do that. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, you can get it, or we'll figure it out. But it'd be fun for you to give the game a try. Okay. What else did I play?
Rocksmith. Woo!
Rocksmith. Yeah.
Yeah, you want that bacon, put it on a plate.
Yep.
You're a dog who's late for his date.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got, all that talk last week got me thinking, hey, I should set up. The problem with it is I'm not doing Rocksmith Plus. The game to play is Rocksmith 2014. Unfortunately, that game is 12 years old and massively not supported by the devs. So, a lot of us are using ASIO. We have an audio interface, the Rocksmith cable that was packaged with it. I don't have it. Who cares about that? So I've got to download. I've got to mod the game using shit off of GitHub and setting it up. It took me a little while. And then also I had a problem where my guitar was piping into OBS while I was streaming it, but also to that. And I didn't want the audience to hear it, but then it was cutting off my microphone. Those kind of audio chain stuff just still could be better on computers in general, So I had a little bit of a hard time doing that, but I ended up getting a configuration where I got it up running. And I also modded it. There's a site. It's not, some of the tab is very dubious, but you can download custom songs and tab. And I never really tried that out, so I tried it out this time, and there's a few winners in there. You'll be excited, John. There's a few Claire Obscure tracks that was on there.
Ooh, John.
And it's pretty simple stuff, but it's the Claire Obscure. Does
it really say Claire Obscure at the beginning of the song?
Yeah. It's in the song.
I don't remember that.
Look, the songs of that game are extremely spoilery if you speak the language.
Oh, really? The French versions are very...
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but also,
I didn't know that.
They just kind of meld into the background too. So it's I think you have to kind of pay attention because it's an operatic voice.
Yeah.
I found anyways. So.
Yeah. It's not like they're just out there really loud. This is what the story's about. We're gonna sing it out really loud. They just, it's in there. If you listen to a lyrics version, you see what the lyrics say. You go, oh, this is about the story.
I feel like we just got a taste of John, the karaoke expert. I want more. Of you.
The karaoke expert.
That was awesome. Anyway,
we go to John Jagger at the karaoke arcade.
Yeah.
John,
I'm gonna be singing the piano band for the
put it on a plate.
Minutes.
Give it to the dog.
That song has been stuck in my head all freaking week.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning going gotta get that bacon, put it on a plate. I'm a little dog who's late for his date. And I'm like, God damn it, it's been a week of me singing this song.
Yeah. See why drugs makes music good?
Yeah.
Tell people they shouldn't do drugs, but all of a sudden it's you do some drugs.
I'm convinced some of the greatest songs of all time were written under the influence of something.
Yeah, absolutely. You can even tell bands start to suck when they get clean because they gotta take care of their lives, but their music gets ass.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes.
Yep.
It's because they overthink it. They don't just go, hey, you know what? I want that bacon. Put it on a plate. I'm a dog who's late for his date.
Yeah.
You're only bold enough to write those kinds of lyrics.
I would never say that sober.
Something.
That assemblage of words would never happen sober. It's catchy. Anyways, I played Rocksmith. I streamed, but I didn't record it. So because copyright stuff. But it turns out if you just stream it and don't save a copy of it, Twitch is kind of so far pretty cool about it. So And I have my Twitch set up where if I stream that game in particular, it won't make recordings. Which is nice.
Yeah.
That works out good.
I like that.
So
I mean, it sucks that we live in a world where that's the way it has to work, but it's cool that is an option.
What?
Oh, that's fine though.
What
Okay,
happened?
it's fine. No, sorry, because I bought a big old. So one of the problems I had is I only have a short cable because the other cable I have when I play guitar live is too short, and it was pulling my audio interface off the table. So
You're
I
a
bought
shower,
myself-
not a grower, or you're a grower, not a
I
shower.
bought myself a big old wire. Sorry, but I was worried because it's a male to female, and I thought I needed male to male, but it's actually fine. I can work with this.
Oh, okay.
That's a 30-foot cable.
Jeez. So US.
I need
what is
room to
it?
walk around in.
What's the kind of
it's
cable?
a 3.5 jack.
Oh, just a
3.5 jack.
3.5 millimeter.
Just for my headphones.
stereo.
Like that.
Okay.
I didn't have because it's only like $10. I do want to buy an RF transmitter so I can just fully because these are Bluetooth.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting for paydays.
Well, because
So,
then you can listen to the
Christmas
John
present.
Show while you pee.
Yeah. There you go.
Exactly, like because I can't do that. I don't have an RF transmitter on this audio interface.
Well, it's the perfect. The John Show is great for a quick dump or a pee.
I listened to a bit of it. It's pretty good.
Oh,
man.
it's great.
Like, he's just taking rapid fire questions from any topic whatsoever
Yeah.
and providing.
It's good
answers,
stuff.
You know,
It truly.
it's like Ask Jeeves if Ask Jeeves was a live stream.
Yep.
yeah, you're kind of
Exactly
just a
it.
search engine, sort of.
Yeah.
That's a
man.
reference that dates me for sure.
All of us. Yeah.
Jeeves,
All the
man.
20-year-olds are like, who?
Yeah.
What's funny is when I found out about that as a website, I treated it the way we treat Ask or Chat GPT now. I was like, wait a minute. It's not a search engine. You're just asking a person? Great. I was like, hey, Jeeves, how old are you? Hey, Jeeves, how long does it take to get to the moon? In your opinion, what's the best Star Wars movie? Like, because to me, it wasn't just like, oh, we dressed up a search bar. It was like, oh, no, I'm asking a stupid butler questions. Let me ask him stupid shit.
Yeah.
And now we have that. So
Now that AI is coming, we should bring Jeeves back. You know,
Yeah.
or
oh man, it seems ripe for like money. Jeeves AI.
Oh yeah, dude. What's going on? Who owns the IP? Ask.com, was it?
AI Jeeves, like get him out there, you know.
Ask is still a thing. Let's see. That's where Jeeves
We
was.
don't really have to do it. We just have to say we'll do it and get money and then say the project fell apart.
Yeah, we can. We can make this anything we want.
Ask.com still exists.
Golden parachute our way to another financial index.
God, does anyone use Ask.com? It's more like Ask.com.
Yeah, Ask.com. I'm going to search for something.
Boom.
Core
You
podcast.
can search for Ask.com.
See what happens.
Can I find ask.com on ask.com?
It's taking a while to load. I'm worried I'm going to get spyware on my system.
20 best podcasts of 2022 so far. We were on a list for a while.
That's one of the top recommends.
Yeah. 9 podcasts about music. That's terrible.
We can't find out any information later than 2022. That's when the great information shortage began.
Yeah, this is some horse shit. This place sucks. No one goes here. This is bad. Jeeves is gone. Goodbye, Jeeves. Welcome to ass.com. Ass.
Don't go to Ask.com.
Where
It
else
wasn't
are you
loading
going
and I
to
got
find
concerned.
out? What about extraordinary pets that celebrities own?
Oh, how am I going to learn about those?
Surely there's no other way.
Yeah, no, there's no other part of the internet that covers that.
I mean,
So.
do you think there's an office where somebody actually works on this site? Like,
Doubt it.
Ask.com?
I mean, maybe it's probably some holding company owns it, like they own 100 other IPs and bought them in some rain sale.
Call
Brain
every
cell?
now and then. Jeeves, are you still working? Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm getting
this-
your tea.
Keep the site working, Jeeves.
Yeah, I'm worried this
Right
place
away,
is,
sir.
This place is going to destroy my computer.
Yeah, you'd be getting all kinds of malware right now, as far as you know.
Yeah, I feel very sus.
Yeah.
Very sus.
Stay off ask.com, everybody. But ask.com.
Hey, whoever creates Ask Jeeves AI, look, you're free to do it. I just give me a little money.
Is there
'Cause
an
you know it was my idea.
me a little
We all
money.
know it was my idea. Just give me
There is
some money.
Jeeves.ai, actually. Supercharged.
Ah, shit.
Jeeves.ai.
No.
Would you like to buy ass.com? Because I can sell it to you for the mere price of $35 million. It's for sale.
My God, somebody was bold.
It's
They're
for
like,
sale for
It's for
35
sale.
mil.
staked our claim on ass.com and one day it will pay.
Let's see.
I mean, that's a good get. It's a big get.
yeah, ass.com. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Domain King owns it. The guy named Rick Schwartz, a.k.a. the Domain King. You buy all the shit he owns.
Not a family
Stud.com.
member as far as I know.
$6 million for stud.com. Let's see.
how much for std.org?
Hold on. STD.
STD.org.
STD.org. What is this? Oh, it's a band or something.
Oh, you went.
I
thought
did.
you were just going to look to see if it was available.
No, it's some band called the House Street Band of, let's see. Severe tire damage it stands for. And
The house band of the internet.
yeah, which doesn't, this is probably.
This looks like it was made on GeoCities or something.
Yeah,
This looks, we found a treasure here.
Join our local web ring to find out more about hot bands in your area.
Oh, they were the
check
first band to live stream on the internet in 1993. Wow.
Man, this is right up there with the Space Jam website.
This site is awesome, dude. Yeah, look. there's
zine. This is
emails
the
from
zine thing you like.
1996.
Right?
Yeah, this is like old school HTML only. Like
They got
you never
YouTube
see
music
this
songs.
anymore. It's real internet.
They got songs like Banana Slug Song and Who Cares and Car on Fire.
Just singing about what they see.
I feel like we learned something here.
Oh, there's a
Car
link
on
to
Fire.
Spotify, so they must have updated it at some point.
Yeah,
They kept it.
barely. Let's see. Is there any music here? Ah. All right. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you don't
you
want
think-
the STDs on you.
Well, porno.com sold for $8.8 million from the Domain King. Guess what else he
It's
sold?
selling or did sell?
Sold. It's sold now. He also sold imurder.com. 800 grand. 800 grand for that. Bitch.com. You guys want bitch.com or gaysex.com or bodyrubs.com? I can get you a deal.
How much? Wow, this guy really like
Dick.com's on here.
squatting on all the best words.
Dick.com.
Dick.com, slut.com, and horny.com. And hoa.
Some of these aren't good websites, but dick.com that's a funny website
Yeah.
name right there. That's pretty good.
989.com. That went for 880.
Especially if your name's Richard and you end up owning it. It's just like a self page. Like, here's me and my family.
Yeah.
Come to dick.com.
I only paid $8 million for this website.
Here's a photo of my dog.
Hotproducts.com, tradeshows.com. He's actually got a lot of stuff. Men.com, 1.3 million. I'm surprised I didn't go for more. Cigarblog.com, 350,000. Yeah.
Who's saying it sold for this? Is he saying he sold it for
Yeah,
this?
he's claiming that these are
Okay.
currently available domains and valuations, and then some that have sold, and then he claims this is what the ones that were sold. Like Candy.com, 12 million he claims it was sold for.
I used to own ewoksblink.com. And then I also owned ewoksdon'tblink.com. But I don't own either of those.
I wish you
anymore.
still had those. This is the guy, by the way. This is the Domain King.
Yeah. This guy got real serious one day. This is like Nathan Lane
Yep.
trying to appear cool.
Yep. And then
Is that
look
the
at
kind
his.
of shirt you wear when you make
Trying to-
that kind of money?
I don't
Too
know.
hard. This man woke up one morning and went, I'm going to buy dick.com.
I will own it and sell it for $8 million. Look at him. He's serious about his porn. Anyway, thanks, Domain King. You made my night. All right. Let's go. And then Bo forgot to play Star Citizen. That was the only other thing.
Yeah, that was the last thing. Sorry guys, I forgot to play Star Citizen.
It's
I
all
already
right.
said it.
You
but,
downloaded it though, right? You put it. You
I
installed
downloaded it and then played Witcher.
it. Okay. So don't
But
don't worry.
I might try it. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
I don't know if it's free anymore. The whole thing was they had a free weekend,
Yeah, it may not be.
so I don't even know if it's still free to play
It
anymore.
isn't the weekend anymore. That's
No.
for sure.
No.
Well, it might have been a free week. I don't understand the parameters. Let me open this up.
A weekend seems short.
It just says buy game package on the launcher right now.
Oh.
Buy
I don't see
our
a play button.
package at dick.com.
Yeah, so I think I might have to uninstall. I think it's over. The free weekend's over.
Here at dick.com, we think we've heard you.
What's the
We here
cheapest
at
package I can
Dick.com
buy?
know you have choices in packaging. We appreciate you choosing Dick.com for all your packaging needs.
That's right.
Whether it's a big package, a small package, a crooked package, or simply an oddly shaped package, Dick.com has you covered.
That's right.
So if I want to try this game, $80 minimum.
Why would we do that to ourselves? Until it's a game. You know what I mean? I will do it when it's a game.
Yeah, I hate this. It's perfectly normal to wait for games to go to 1.0. Like for like, oh, this looks cool, but I'm going to wait for 1.0.
Yeah,
Thing we say all the time.
But people pressure
That's
us all the time.
basically all
to play
we've
it.
said about this game.
Well,
so.
okay, hold on. I will play devil's advocate, and I understand I'm playing it against myself, and this is destructive behavior, and I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I do tend to go, I'm speaking only for myself, a little hard on this game. And I think that maybe encourages a little more like, you guys should play it and find out instead of just saying it's a scam, it's never going to come out, stuff like that. I do think we invite it somewhat.
We've
with
asked
the
for a little
discussions
bit.
we have around it.
I think that's probably
Because
true.
we go harder than Dick.com when it comes to this particular game.
Oh, man.
Oh
Dick-
wait, I think maybe there's a way I can spend a little bit of money. I can get this like shitty little go-kart for $15.
Go-kart?
Game.
There's go.
Yeah.
Go kart in space.
Gotta see this thing. It's so hilarious. I don't know if it comes with game access, but click that link I put in Discord to see what you can buy for $15.
All right, here we go. Let's take a oops.
Yeah, look at the expression of this
You
guy's
will
face.
not get to go to space, but you can drive around on the bridge of someone
Look at,
else's
zoom in on
space.
the guy's facial expression. He even looks kind of like a dork.
Yeah, let's bring
He's
him
like-
into full view here. Let's look at him up close.
I want to know what's going on the guy in the back one. That looks like Shaun
yeah.
of the Dead back behind him. What's going on back there?
Yeah, let me pull him up. Can I get a
This
little...
is like the worst marketing.
Can we get a
Someone
zoom and
spent
enhance
$15.
on guy number 2?
I'm going to try. Here we go. Guy number
That's
2.
who
It's going to
I'm
be a
curious
little, I don't
about.
know about enhance, but a little 2D looking. Get out of my way, dick. That's what he's saying.
Stop
He also
posing for
doesn't
a
look like
picture.
he's
We're
in
trying to get
space.
to work.
Yeah, I'm trying to
He
get to
looks
work.
like he's an office worker in the RSI labs and not a space guy.
This guy here, the guy on the right, he looks like a little like Future Henry from
He
Kingdom
looks
Come.
like he just got out of the character creator and he couldn't be more jazzed. He's like, yeah.
Look at my
Oh,
glasses.
there's some cool. They got pod racers in this game. That's cool.
Well, is it though? Is it?
Yeah, look at thing. I'm going to send you a link.
Bub's like, yes, Scott, it's a pod racer. Of course
No.
it's cool. Why would
Look
you
at this
even
next link, and those do look cool. I'm down.
All right, let's take a
I
look.
went to this website and it crashed my web browser. How did that happen?
Oh, these are cool. Holy shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't lead you astray, man.
All
Now
right.
that is pod racing.
Yeah, now that's pod racing. You know what I like,
Like
about
each
these?
one of these vehicles, I have to buy. They're all for sale. Like I'm not going to earn them playing the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're buying what is probably a render here. Like, come on. I don't
I
like
went
this
to the
model.
web page and I scrolled down and I was like, oh, you know what? That ship looks cool. It's only $105.
Oh, is that all?
yeah,
John.
that's it. What a steal.
Yeah, you get in there. Get that done. We're all complaining about side-scrolling adventure games, but I'll see. I can't see
Why
their
is
faces.
that one guy got a Muppet face?
I don't know what's going on there.
Do you see what I'm
Yeah,
seeing?
I
Like
see
he's a
it.
googly-eyed Muppet man.
It comes with it.
What's up with his face?
I don't know what they're doing over there. Somebody wake up not Chris Carter. What's his name? Chris
Chris Carter
who's
from the X-Files?
Not the X-Files runner. Who's the guy that makes this game? Chris Roberts.
Chris Roberts.
Somebody call Chris Roberts, wake him out of his billion-dollar bed, and say, when you make a game, I will come play it. But right now, you've got a pledge store. What the F are we doing? I hate it.
Yeah, there's a ship here. It looks awesome, and it's $800.
I don't like it.
So
I
to
don't know,
answer
man.
your question, this is why we get more feedback and pressure to play this than other games.
Yeah.
That's why what we're doing right now is why.
Well, it's not welcoming. Like it's not like here, spend $80, play our game, please. Like I don't understand why I'm buying ships.
I feel like if this game comes out, it's going to be one of those things where it's like a hobbyist thing, which is sad because I kind of wanted it to be a video game.
Yeah, I want it to be a video game.
I kind of feel like they've priced themselves into this, and who knows, maybe when the game hits 1.0, you know, it's very different. We're like, oh, it's not necessary. This was just a necessary evil to get us to the game. But, you know, I just look at it and it feels like this is a specialist hobby where it's like, oh, you're into Star Citizen the same way someone's into Warhammer or something.
Let me tell you something really gross. I don't know what this implies, but it says, here's what you get. You buy so I'm looking at the Perseus here. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool ship, $700, probably not worth it. But here's what it includes. The vehicle, the Perseus,
Yeah,
one paint job, so an alternate paint job, and
Great.
the base one and then an alternate, 24-month insurance. That tells me
Insurance?
that,
Oh, boy.
that tells me your ship can be destroyed and they don't replace it. So no. I'm not spending 700 Earth dollars on that.
Yeah, if it was just free because it's in-game mechanics and you have to get insurance, that's one thing. But if you're spending $700 to get something you can lose,
Maybe it's just a shiny ship collector, and you got to. It's just that's the business.
I don't
do
know.
know that for
That
some
was the
of
point of me trying it, as I could tell you.
Yeah.
But I didn't try.
So for some of the ships where it's like a bigger ship that needs to be crewed by multiple people, I think the idea is that it's essentially almost like, not that this justifies it, but it's like guild housing to a degree.
Yeah.
So the idea is like, okay, well, if you buy a ship that needs to be manned by 15 people, then you don't go, well, I'm going to spend $700 on that. It's the 15 people get together and chip in because they all have to be a part of it. But that opens up its own whole, thing, because it's like, okay, well, what happens when we decide we don't like guy number 15 and he's off the crew, but he's invested money now into this ship that we're on, so they feel like they got way more say and control over it. It's going to get messy is what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, it is. I don't know how I don't know, man. I know it's got its supporters, and I'm not going after them. I'm just saying this model is weird, and I'm not comfortable with it yet. Okay? Make a game, then we'll talk. Let's do that. Okay, well, that's what Bo played. That's what we did there. Hey, we got some quick feedback. James wrote into the 10hams.com line. That is 10hams.com. You can send texts or voicemails.
That's a good question.
And he
There
says
it
this.
is.
James says, I know, it was going to curse us if I didn't play it. James says, hearing Scott and then Bo fumble the new email address whilst John laughs in the background and chastises Bo for trying to help Scott say it correctly is priceless, especially since when revealing the new email address, acknowledged it was a terrible email address to begin with. Well done, Scott. Well, thanks. I think
it's a good email. I don't know about you guys.
It's a great email.
It's great for content.
Show@core.show. Did I have it right?
Yeah, show@core.show. 100%.
It's easy. We just messed it up because we're tired. It's the end of the 3 or 4 hours we're doing.
Yeah, today.
It's not that hard.
Today we're at 4.
Show@core.show.
We've been on
It's very
this.
easy.
We've been on the stream for 4 hours 10 minutes. So it's like a D&D session. Is what
And
this
some of us haven't peed or anything.
No, you're holding it in. You got
I
to.
didn't pee either. I got to pee soon.
John's holding his wiener.
And I got to eat. It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so let's hurry through this next one. Taku says, I laughed so hard during Nexepardy and the glitches made it so much funnier. Do not let the haters force it back into the bin. All right, Taku.
Aww.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Look, some nice feedback for Nexepardy.
Yeah, which, John now loves. And
No.
Let's not get carried away.
Hold on. Pump the brakes.
Pump those brakes. All right. We have a grand tradition at the end of each month, each year, where we play the best of different things. Well, this year we're doing a classic for John this year. All right, John.
Uh-oh.
Here's a mashup, a
John
classic,
special.
about 5 minutes of John's greatest moments in core history.
I see you assembled them all then.
They're all everything you've ever said in this 5 minutes, which is
Yep,
weird. You don't
here
talk
it
a lot, I
is.
guess. Here you go.
John Jagger. He's played 30 games this year, and they were all Final Fantasy XIV. Absolutely loves mobile games. His Dear Martha Steam reviews with Martha rebuttals are always good for a laugh. He's the bald one. He loves Final Fantasy dragons, while Scott loves Elder Scrolls dragons. This was Dragon Beef, and apparently has an adorable new baby boy. Not that he's biased. He's biased. While he conjures up the next Dear Martha segment, let's remark on the best moments from our resident new, very biased dad of the bunch.
I forgot Liam did all that.
I forgot
I know
Liam
what
did
jizz is,
Well, you
everybody.
might have
Let
done
me
that
be
to
clear.
egg spot
I
on.
know what jizz is. I have no questions about it. What it feels like is, you know, when you make a customized character in a game and
Sure.
it's got sliders.
Yeah,
and you
penis,
go,
like a penis slider.
You go
yeah.
like, let me try moving the nose shape, and you go, and you go, oh no, that's not it, and you move it back, and you're 100% certain you put it back where it was, and you're like, the whole face is like, what happened? Their consolation will be an Xbox.
Yeah,
Series
you'll
X.
still get the Xbox, but you'll have to face down the oily pipe of John's.
That's what they called me in high school, the oily pipe. And also back then there was only one flavor. Look at all these fancy flavors.
Oh, they've got
back
so
in my
many.
day there was only one flavor of balls, and it wasn't very good. You Google when you want to know how to cook shepherd's pie,
Yeah.
but you Bing if you want to see a shepherd's pie. When I was in middle school sometime, I had a girlfriend, and she was over at my house, and she looked at me and she goes, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I want you to come in with me.
No! Do you think anybody's ever put their wiener in a roll of toilet paper, the roll part?
Yes, absolutely.
My
Really?
gosh, you started so softball. I'm like hornet's nest, bottle of glass, barbed wire. You're like in the tube that's right next to the toilet where your pants are down already anyway?
Really?
Shit, it was moist again. Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Feel whatever.
Okay.
It's fine.
Everything's ephemeral. Ephemeral.
Effin' Muriel.
Ephemeral. Everything's ephemeral. It's fine. You know, if it makes the service better.
up because you ordered cookies from Amazon. But fine, if you're gonna talk like that, I'm gonna go back to my house and eat them on my own.
That's right.
Here's what I thought. You're going where you think this is going. I thought we were going to sneak in and, you know, make out in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it was going to
cool.
be,
That's
it was
cool.
going to, it was going to be awesome. This is going to be great.
I would be much easier for me to forgive my echo if she talked like that.
I'm experiencing an error. I've decided to turn off and on your lights to let neighbors know you might not be able to order more of our products.
You gross bum, get away from me.
That's all I wanted
Is
to
that
say.
based on The Boys? Is that a
I
product
like it
tie
too.
into The Boys?
It's supposed to taste like space.
I wish there was a drink called Spoit. Oh my god. Knock off Sprite.
Grandma's going to the home. She'll be okay. You can visit her, you know, and pay for the stuff still. So,
Yeah, and give her money. It's a reverse grandma.
yeah, reverse grandma. I'm sure other people had worse because you could watch all sorts of movies.
Did anyone look at you and go,
No, but the old guy next to me scooched away a little bit.
Scooched away.
Yeah, he
No,
scooched.
be like you don't want to see boobies on an airplane. Shut up.
Him and his wife.
She goes into the bathroom and then I slip in. She shuts the door and again I'm like, oh, it's gonna get sexy in here. And she's like, go stand in the shower. What? And I was like, okay, seems like what I have in mind could be done right here. And she's like, I'm gonna shut the door because I'm shy. And I was like, what's gonna happen? And then she took a poop.
wait. Really? So you were standing in the shower and she took a poo and you.
I still can't believe that's a real story. That's insane to me.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I just wonder what was going through her mind. Like, this is how people get intimate. They share their poo time together.
Yeah. Oh, hi. There's a little human in here. Hi. What's up?
Oh.
You need anything?
Like, you don't want to see boobs on a plane. Shut up.
Sorry about that. Hey, well, you know what that means? It's time for us to get the F out because Bo's got to eat. John's got to pee.
I gotta eat, my guys. I'm hungry today.
Yeah, he's going to starve if we don't. So a reminder about the mug. Go get your 500 plus episodes commemorative mug for Core at frogpants.shop. It's up now, available. Get them while you can because they will not be there forever. And while you're at it, go to patreon.com/Core Show or core.show. Either of these places, you can pledge your support. No new patrons this week, but some thanks to some old timers, Aegis, Patrick, and Jason Dorr. Not like the door, but like spelled, it's different. Also, Core.show got new folks like Derek999, DCheck734, Daniel, and Craig Olson 5. That almost looks like Daniel Craig Olson 5. Which is a little weird.
I'm confused if we're talking about Daniel Craig or the Olsen twins.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend, as he says. Anyway, you'll get no commercials ever, pre-show content every week, host specials, loads more at core.show. I put up an article about this whole, what's Jeff Keighley trying to
I thought
say?
you were doing the email again. Oh my gosh.
No.
Flashbacks. I was trying to correct you before you went too far.
No.
We got it right.
No, we got it right.
It's core show at core.show.
Yeah, but it was something else. Don't worry. I just had PTSD.
He just had a moment. Yeah.
It just kicked in. I heard him say it. I was like, no, abort.
Yeah.
But he wasn't given the email address.
No, not yet.
But if you
Core.show.
want to buy the mug, it's shop at core.show.
Well, no. Yes. No. Frogpants.shop.
Oh, yeah.
Frogpants.shop. You'll find a link everywhere you go, so it won't matter where you go. You'll find it. Any of these are fine. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Frogpants.com/core for all of it. You'll just find all the links there. All right, simple as that. Grandma, tell us what we played this week so we can know.
Well, there's a decent chance with all the skipping around you had to do on account of the spoilers, you don't know any of the games they talked about, so I'm here to catch you up. Dispatch, that's the one you probably missed. Split Fiction, also likely missed because you skipped too far ahead and you was afraid to go back. PowerWash Simulator 2, also potentially missed. And Scott said Escape Simulator 2. He installed it as if that was an accomplishment worth noting on the show. John's still playing Cyberpunk 2077 and thinks you should know about it. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a new game, thank God, that got played. And he played Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which is really good, he said.
Yeah.
Bo played The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, a game as old as him. He played Noobs Are Coming, Jump Space, Rocksmith 2014, and he did not, I repeat, he did not play Star Citizen.
Nope.
I
He let it lie. That's all right. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, man. Don't feel bad. But I can tell you this.
It's Star Citizen.
We'll be back next week. Reminder, starting at 4:30 in the afternoon for a single episode of Core, and then right into the Game Awards. So a little bit later in the day. It's all up on the schedule. If you have any questions, just reach out to us. Join our Discord.
Oh, I do. Are we starting at the normal time?
No. 4:30 p.m. is 5:30, 6:30 your time in the evening.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And then I think that means 7:30. 8:39. No, wait. 5:30, 6:30, 7:30 your time starts the thing. An hour later starts the awards.
Yeah, we'll ping each other. I'll ping again.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh because Scott's like, hey, just so everybody knows, we're starting at a different time tomorrow or next week, and it's going to be this time, Bo. So let me ask you, Scott, now that you've said all that.
I'm sorry. I'm like on Uber
Is the
Eats
show
right
going to be
now
at the
trying to
same
get
time?
food.
Yeah, he's so out of food, he can't remember what I just said. But don't worry about it, everybody. You'll all figure it out. It's on the schedules. Even Bo will find it. That's going to do it for us. Stay out of trouble. We'll see you next week.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Barry! Where's Barry?